Hi, friends. And welcome into the firm of Harris and Marang. Patrick Harris with you. That's Danny Marang to my left. Casey Smith doing the heavy lifting over there, the ones and twos, keeping the beats alive. Happy Friday to everybody out there that celebrates. Did I get you for a hot second?
No. Okay. I was like, you son of a... I mean, I did it to you last week.
Don't like that.
Fair's fair.
People can kiss my ass. We're going to have a fun day today, folks.
It's okay. I get to do it to you again in 2 weeks.
That's all right. As my old coworker used to say, it's going to be a good day, Tater.
Wait, what?
That's you.
No.
At this point, I no longer have any other coworkers. It's just you and Casey.
There you go.
It's just you and Casey. That's it.
I like it.
I've never worked with anybody else in my entire life.
And then when Joe Fish comes in to just conversate with us during breaks.
Yes. And I count Joe as well, yes. I've never worked with anybody else in my entire life. And the funny thing is, probably most people that I've worked with in my entire life would love to claim that they've never worked with me in their entire life as well. So, hey, at least we're all on the same page here.
Yeah, no, I mean, we have over a year together now.
It is true.
So that's true. That's there.
Tis true.
That's still crazy. I can't believe I've been over here over 4 years.
I've been here for 11 plus. I mean, not here.
Well, I mean,
adjacent here.
Your counter only started last year.
That's savage, dude. I've had like 4 coolies in my life. Did you know that?
And it was Cooley twice.
Yeah. No, it was only Cooley once.
I know, but
yes.
I mean, when he cycled back.
Yes. But I have had Cooley twice. Mm-hmm. I think I've had 4 bosses since I've been here. 5 bosses, maybe.
Bosses, but only one
2
PD.
PDs. Only 2 PDs.
Oh,
well, I had Jeff.
Well, I guess yes, you have 2 now. Yeah.
Look at this guy.
Yeah.
Is math hard, fellas?
Well, no, I thought you were
No, he just doesn't believe if you don't do this every day, you're not a real media member.
No.
Not a real host.
I was just counting Jeff.
Jeff and the brand man.
But he's the brand man. He's not PD.
Did you just say our boss isn't the boss?
Well, no, he is.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
He's the brand man, not the PD. You know what I mean?
He's our boss, but I don't respect him. Quote Danny Marang. Well done, amigo. You have fun for the next 8 days.
Yeah, I know, right? No. I was smashing my food before the show, and I can eat anything at any point in time and during the day. And I had some curry and some tikka masala pita.
I, for one, find our boss wonderful.
There you go. Good save. He walks around the corner. He just lifts an eyebrow at me. He's like, "Are you eating curry?"
Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
Yep. Tomorrow is going to be leftover halibut, reheated in the microwave.
No. I won't ever do that.
Tuna in the can.
See, I think people get away with reheating curry, and here we go into food. Nice, 3 minutes. We've been lacking on food of late. I think curry gets away with a lot of that like rough smell in the office because a lot of people love curry.
Yeah.
But there are people that do not like curry.
And look, I'm not. Nothing in there is crazy. It's not. It's just coconut curry, so it's a sweeter smell. It's not. I'm not that much of a monster. Rufio is like, you monster. No. The room don't stink. It smells good.
It is a very pungent smell, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I also eat it very fast.
Not Asian curry or Indian curry.
Thai curry.
Thai curry. Okay.
Yeah. So it's a different
type of curry.
Yes.
Indian curry will blow this place up.
Dude, neighbors moved in. They're Indian.
Oh, nice.
Everything they cook is from scratch.
Oh.
Brother, the smells that come out of there, love it. I ran into him. I was walking the dogs the other day. I go, whatever you guys are cooking, keep going. Love it. Makes me want to eat curry every single night. It smells so freaking good.
I am not going to come to your house, but this gets me closer. I'm still a no, though.
Yeah,
I'm not hanging out with you.
No.
No, we can't have that.
No, there's a Moroccan. It's probably the best restaurant in Wilsonville. Dar es Salaam.
Okay.
It's a Moroccan restaurant.
I like
that.
It's
a family that owns it and runs it. So the grandparents are kind of like, they're just kind of overseeing, coming to the tables. Mom and dad are your main hosts.
Okay.
In the kitchen, and then the kids are your waiters. Everything is so good.
That sounds nice. I could get behind that.
Dude, it's absolute banger. It's so freaking good. They have this orange mint tea that I cannot get enough of. It's stronger on the orange, just a light mint in it. Oh my God, it is so freaking good.
I've always thought that whenever I'd retire, maybe I'll get back into restaurants and open something of my own.
There you go.
And then I realized that would be harder work than any job I've ever had in my life, and that's not really what retirement is supposed to be about.
I mean, my dad's getting there right now, and he won't retire because he will die if he's not working. He has to do something.
Yeah.
He has to do something. And so he's going to sell off a portion of his business, but he's going to keep some of it so he can keep doing stuff. He'll go crazy.
Did you watch Modern Family?
A little bit.
It's like the Ed O'Neill character gets to that. He owns the curtain business, and he like turns it over to his daughter, but he's like, but hey, if you ever need me, I've got some ideas.
It's,
You can run anything you've got by me. Just letting you know.
What kind of restaurant would you do?
A lot of me really wants to do American home-style breakfast.
Oh. But would you do, are you ordering your supplies from Cisco, or are we scratching this?
I would love to scratch it, but I have no idea. Food costs suck right now. What do you think they're going to be in 40 years, assuming I live 40 years?
That's generous.
That is generous. Although this is going to be a side tangent. I do give, my best friend has done 2 Ironmans, he's a triathlete, extremely good shape, teaches PE in Portland Public School. And my beautiful wife, who is in fantastic shape herself, I make fun of them all the time that I will outlive them. They will die before me. Yeah. They will die before me despite being in terrible shape and treating my body like S in comparison to them. They will die before me because somebody will just have an aneurysm or a stroke or, heart disease or, cancer of some sort, and it takes them. And then I'm just going to be the old man who's fat and can't get around and eats too much McDonald's and outlives everybody.
Going to be in your little motorized chair.
Yeah.
You're just the cockroach.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'll tell you what I'll do when I'm that age. I will not go to the grocery store on Saturday and Sunday. I will go during the week, like right now, and have my headphones in.
Now, not lunchtime.
No, now. And have my headphones in and listen to Marang and Smith in the afternoon because I have been long fired. And we're all 80 and 90.
Oh, I look, man, when I was in my 20s, I used to say if I live past 60, it'll be a success. I'll be 42 in October, and now I've bumped that up. 65. Got 23 more of these. I got basically a Casey left in me.
23. My grandfather used to say, he's from Georgia, and Pat, you ever had a Red Bull? And I was like, yeah, Papa, I've had a Red Bull. He goes, they taste like pee, but they good for old bleepers like me. He would always talk to me like that.
Oh, wow.
He'd say, Pat, when I turn 72, if I'm still noodle around on this planet, just slip me the green Jell-O, because I don't like old people, and I don't want to be friends with old people. He called them fops, bleeping old people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what he called them. My grandfather passed away in February at 92 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, get that, brother.
Keep kicking.
Keep kicking.
That's a lot.
Right?
Staggering
92
majority.
He was ready to kibosh 20 years.
That's
and he was
crazy.
like, I'm going to keep this thing rolling. He used to tell me, I'm like 11 years old, and my grandfather, who was the coolest dude in the entire world, is like, if I get over 72, just...
I'm good.
Yeah, put me in a home and then feed me the green Jell-O, which has got, the assisted suicide in it. And I'm like, Daddy, what does he mean?
Didn't know.
He's just being funny, son.
Yeah, I don't think anybody in my family on either side lived past 80.
I still have a grandmother alive. I'm 41. I believe she is 88.
Yeah, I know. I got grandparents. The last one passed away 5 years ago, 6 years ago, and she was younger.
I don't think my grandma's going anywhere anytime
I got
soon
one
either.
grandparent left, so.
Dang, and you're 24, dude.
He's
I got
mid-70s, I
I
think.
got 17 years on you, and you have one left. We're tied?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, somebody brought up on the YouTubes the Tuesday afternoon seniors at Fred Meyer. I've run into that. I've gotten off here, gone directly to Fred Meyer, and there's the old people bus in the parking lot. And I'm like, no!
The TriMet, big van bus
Yeah.
pulls up, and you're like, get in front, get in front.
Yeah, you see the back doors open with the ramp, so it's just a bunch of motorized wheelchairs and just navigating the store.
And
And
they
heaven for
all want to go to self-checkout
Yes!
for no reason.
I'm like, the checkouts are literally for you. Go there. Go over there. Look, and so many times over the years I've been stopped of hey, can you help? Yes, gladly. I will. Do not get out of that chair and break your hip.
I
please.
might sigh very loudly and go, yes, but I'll help.
But it's also just like, why are you here right now? Why people are here at lunchtime grabbing stuff?
Well, if they're going to get off the van and get in, all you got to do is hustle in front of them because they're probably going to do the normal lap that everybody does.
Well, no. The olds take their time. This is their time
I know
out of the
that
building, so they go up and down every aisle.
That's fine. That's why you just get ahead of them in their snake.
You
Or
have to-
do they just throw it at the wall? They're in aisle 4 and then 16 and then 6 and then 35.
And so many times they want to go down the aisle that bisects all the other aisles,
Oh, yeah.
the perpendicular one,
Yeah.
and they drive down the middle. And you're just like, all right.
I think I avoid that lane like the plague.
I try to.
Yeah.
I try to.
Well, I'm also, as we've talked about, outside of the grocery store, not inside the grocery store.
I am a clinical shopper at the grocery store, and just in general, I'm in and out. Just let's go get what we need to get and get the heck out of here.
My wife is the same way, and I'm like, but babe, but we can go and hang out with each other.
I'm like, cool, we can hang out at home.
She's like, why do you want to hang out at the grocery store? I was like, I don't know.
Why the grocery store?
I don't mind it at all.
Why the grocery store?
I love grocery shopping. I think it's fantastic.
I grocery shopping. I love seeing things like, oh, that's a good thing for dinner. Oh, I'll get do this. That's fine. But I want to get in and out of there because 95% of you don't know how to shop. And
Well-
by that, I don't mean like prices and picking stuff out. You have we've talked about this so many times. You have zero social awareness. Zero.
I also have 3 children, so there's no self-checkout for this guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we prefer Sam and Gail at our Fred Meyer. Those two are fantastic.
There you go.
And so one time we saw Sam in the aisle doing shopping, and my wife goes, "Hi, Sam," and I was like, "Babe, Sam doesn't know who we are."
Yeah. No. You know him.
Street clothes Sam doesn't know who we are.
But we did run into Gail, and if you haven't guessed, there's probably a giant age difference there in the two. Gail did say hello to us.
Oh, of course.
Well, because the first time we met Gail, she said, "You two are cute," and I was like, "I know. I just picked her up in the produce aisle." And Gail was like, "You did?" And I go, "No, we've been married for a long time."
She believed it though, because she's like,
She bought
why?
it, and now she remembers us.
You gave her a sliver of hope that she was going to find someone in the produce aisle,
Sure did.
and now that went out the window very quickly.
But Gail is also short for Abigail, so we had that in common as well.
Is it always?
What? No, I don't think so. No, I think some people are just Gail.
I think the Gayle. I think that's just Gail.
This one is Gail.
Oh, okay.
Shout out Gail at Fred Meyer if you're listening. I'm not going to say which Fred Meyer. That would be a little doxing.
Honk your horn.
Honk your horn if you are Gail.
Yeah.
You don't even have to work at Fred Meyer. You can honk your horn.
Just all the Gales out there.
Whoop, whoop. Oakley Dokley, we got a great show for you today. A lot to get into. A little bit of NFL, a little bit of college football. I had Brandon Bye on Timbers Fan yesterday. We'll give you that interview as he scored the game-winning goal against the Seattle Sounders over the weekend. But the emails, Danny! The emails! Blazer Chatter next, 105.1 The Fan.
The biggest.
680 AM. 1017 here, Portland Sports Leader. Don't you forget it, baby. We are live from the shadows of an even smokier historic Fremont Bridge. 503-864-6326. That's the fan text line. She'll let you interact with us throughout the entire day over on the YouTubes. Jump in the chat. 1051 The Fan is the channel. Smash that like, subscribe. I'm going to need your help. If you are new to the show, welcome. Thank you. Hi. Happy to have you. I'm Patrick. That's Danny. There's a board behind me that is written days since bad news in reference to the Portland Trailblazers and their negotiations in the Moda Center rebuild, renovation, however you want to describe it. The number is currently at 8. Today could be 9, but I would like to hear from you if you think what we are about to discuss is bad news. I said this while you were out, Danny, and I don't need to get into it, but it's more of some praise. I said I thought the most valuable player in this whole situation has been Mayor Keith Wilson. I think he has been the one that has been kind of the voice of reason and the guy between the city and the Blazers of kind of saying, hey, guys, let's get together and
There's
get
been
this
zero
done.
grandstanding, zero virtual signals.
He's been very, very good with this.
He's been level-headed.
Now, the other MVP...
Which, thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, Mayor Wilson. If I lived in town, you would get my votes simply based off this right now. I know you wouldn't, but neither here nor there. The other MVP of the non-sides arguing and not arguing is Wright Gasaway.
Mm-hmm.
The G of G's, the homie of homies, the true journalist in this situation right now. Well, that's not fair. There's some other good journalists working this. But of the local
Wright
aspect,
is reporting.
Wright has been really, really, really good. And he was able to get his hands on some emails. I think this is hilarious because it just reminds me of Hillary Clinton and the emails between the Blazers and the city. Now, there's a lot to get into. I don't know. We can get into the specifics of what a lot of these emails said. But the first thing that comes to my mind is, are these emails leaked? Is this truly an accident?
I don't think so.
Do we think somebody actually messed up?
I think a chain of custody may not have been recognized. And
when you send things to public people, they become public?
They become part of public record. And shout out Wright, who did the work. I don't think he'd mind me saying this. Wright gave me a heads up of what he was trying to locate and see if there was anything there.
I also knew this.
Yes. And I was interested to see if anything came out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's see if there's anything there.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a little...
There's a lot of little things in there.
Little peeks behind the curtain.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And I don't think all of them are bad.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I don't know if any of the things I learned in the emails are bad, personally.
You're getting to see a lot of what we've talked about off air.
And I think that's where this can be perceived as bad news. Mm-hmm. And that's where we can perceive of putting the board back to zero. Now, if you guys want to put the board back to zero, we can. Because and we'll get into what the emails say. I know it's tough out of context, but I just wanted to start here. It's very negligent. It's very, what's the word I'm looking for? I was texting with a buddy this morning, and he said something that I thought was super apropos in a way to describe this. Gross negligence. That's what it was. Gross negligence. It feels like a little bit of gross negligence. I'm not paying attention, and I'm kind of sloppy on the part of the Blazers and Tom Dunn. And look, do any of these emails come straight from Tom Dundon? No. So I can't say, there's Tommy D doing dad things again. But I think that's the biggest issue that I have with these is that these emails are out there in the first place.
These are discussions that take place. Mm-hmm. Everybody's like, well, why don't you guys talk about this on air? Well, you number one, you need to have the evidence and the proof, but these are all things that we've talked about off air that I can't talk about without having proof or outing sources or anything along those lines that match exactly this. But these are so much of what we said when this started. What was the thing that I said I was leaning on? It's positioning. Mm-hmm. It's leverage. It's all of the things that go along with it. You know what I mean? It's all of the hearsay as opposed to or behind the scenes of it all, as opposed to the actual, like, this is what's public. And that in the beginning of the email, their legal counsel even says it. We have to question everything because what we say publicly or privately will ultimately become public.
The team's legal counsel, Zandria Conyers, forwarded the internal email chain to City Attorney Ken McGare, which is how K2 was able to get their hands on it. This email says, quote, "We're not looking for a legal response, but more so positioning, anticipating that our responses will be public," which brings me to my next point. I don't think our public answers will be well received, and I wonder how the counselors plan to use them. I want to think about that and welcome thoughts from you guys. In the meantime, we can work on answers, but the more I think about it, the less I like the idea. Maybe we should think about questions to pose back that paint us in a positive light, but that just leads to more distraction and inefficiency, ... So, ... I'm just thinking of different issues. The fact that they were so insistent on a written response was weird, but I question, in all caps, everything.
Yeah, I mean...
And then Dwayne Hankins responded in the Conyers and said whether they questioned whether they should even respond to that.
Which, for those that don't know, this is how this, not just in an arena deal, these are the questions that multi-billion-dollar organizations have to go through.
Right, and I think these questions are asked even in situations where people aren't having a bad discussion like these guys are. In positive moving forward ones, these are the one they have. Again, I think it's just...
You have to weigh public perception.
Sure, I think it's just that now it's in the public's hands. It's just...
Because you're not privy... Most people are not privy to these kinds of discussions
Correct.
in their lifetime. And that's not just to say that, you're not good enough. It's like, no, most of you have never worked with people who are moving hundreds of millions or billions of dollars around. You're not in those rooms. You're not in boardrooms. You're not around deals of this magnitude where it's much more than just a family-run business, even if it makes a ton of money, that...
It's not my American breakfast restaurant.
Yes, That's what I mean. It's this... God, you're going to love this. The scaling is vastly different.
God, I hate you.
But you understand what I'm saying? When it gets that big...
God, I hate this show.
Everything becomes that much more. Where I think you might have to go to the zero is the next email, the pre-construction funds. Because that's when I look at that. This is from Wright. On April 6th, the team sent a letter to city leaders formally asking the city to release money early from the Spectator Venues Fund in order to pay for architectural and pre-construction work tied to the renovation. The money from ticket sales and parking revenue would ordinarily go to the Blazers later in the year. The city responded on April 22nd, declined to release the funding early, but McGare offered two alternatives. He proposed amending the current arena operating lease to cover pre-construction and architectural costs if the team split them 50-50. He also said the city was open to a letter of intent making those costs reimbursables if the parties ultimately signed a long-term lease. Cheap. Why do you need the money early, Tom?
Probably because they want to get the things going earlier than later.
You think so? On a deal it's not done?
Yeah, I do. And he doesn't want to put the money up himself.
Because they probably don't have it.
Maybe. Is that enough to bring it to zero? 503-864-6326, because there are some other positives. But that's part of the negotiation, that, again, even in a positive relationship that's going on, that question might have been asked as well and might have been said no by the other side. I think it's just, again, there's so much negativeness around this whole situation that people are going to clamor on to anything.
And if you want to look at this and find the positive light, you can say what you just said. The idea of, well, they actually do want an arena deal done and they want to get going on it now.
Yeah, because I think how do I say this best? Truth serum, if Tom could move the team, would he? I think he would. But I think Tom knows that he can't. And so since he knows that he can't, let's just get this thing done and let's get this thing moving. Because he is probably a guy that bought a shiny new toy and wants to get it shiny as soon as possible. I think a lot of people do. And I think if you're super rich, you're going to want to do that too. Let's go back to my restaurant that's going to open. If you open a restaurant, you have to assume that you're not going to make money off that in 5 years. Can you financially sustain that business for 5 years without taking a paycheck? And I don't think Tom probably operates that way. In fact, I don't think most multimillionaire billionaires operate that way. He wants to come in and he says, hey, I want to get this thing done. This is what needs to be done. So let's go now.
I think if you wanted to,
But I'm also not going to pay for it myself.
you could take this in a positive light, and then from a positive light, it goes negative in the sense of he wants to get that going and have it done or done earlier or whatever you want to say, so he can turn and flip.
Mm-hmm. I also think that the city's a little tough in this situation too. In this article that Wright wrote, you also find out that letter, the talking points, the things that they want, the Blazers received it the same time the media did, and then the city came back with, and they're not responding to us. It's like, well, you can't say they're not responding to something you just sent. By the way, you sent it at the same time the media got it. So here we are back, and that's why I wonder if that's not zero, because it's just these people being idiots again, and it's not necessarily bad news.
Well, no, I mean, it was grandstanding. And again, and that is why, even if you're like, Tom Dundon, greedy billionaire, blah, 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 they're not wrong in the sense of not wanting to respond, because they go on to further say, wondering whether or not it's a trap. That's actual language that's used in here. Why? Because they're politicians and you shouldn't trust them.
Without a doubt.
At all. Again, I don't care your party affiliation. They have agendas.
Again,
we've seen it play out.
Xandra Conier said it perfectly. I'm going to question everything.
And you should.
And you should.
You should. You are dealing with politicians. And again, I don't care what side of the aisle you're on or if you're not on an aisle. I don't trust any of them. And you shouldn't, because just gesturing at the last 3 months, how many ridiculous things have we seen come out of politicians in the city and county? Ridiculous things.
Too many.
Just go down the list. Oh, we're thinking about a lawsuit. You know what? Actually, we're thinking about we're going to adjust our money down. We're thinking we need to do this too, and we need to do this. And I'm campaigning for this new chair, so I need to get up on this soap. It's like the whole idea of operating in good faith. I think there's two people in this that I think they're genuinely operating in good faith: Mayor Wilson,
Without a doubt,
and Dwayne Hankins. That's it. I don't trust anybody else in this. Those are the only two people I trust.
I don't know Dwayne enough personally to know about it, but I know his job's probably on the line.
Look, he's got to do what Big Boss says, but
Fair to say that.
I've known Dwayne for a long time. I trust him.
There are some positives in this, and we'll continue this conversation, and we'll circle back in the Big Nooner as well. But there is one thing that the city came to me with that I think is a little surprising, that even you, Danny, might be surprised that they were able to do this. A little more to come on this situation. There's Casey over there with sports.
Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, some NFL news for you, as Atlanta Falcons edge rusher Jalen Walker will miss the 2026 season with a torn ACL. The Falcons confirmed the nature of the injury this morning after Walker went down during an 11-on-11 play late in Falcons practice yesterday. Rookie quarterback Carson Beck was named the Arizona Cardinals starter for Thursday's Hall of Fame game against the Carolina Panthers. Cardinals are deciding to rest regular season starter Jacoby Brissett and backup Gardner Minshew, as Beck will face off against Panthers backup quarterback Kenny Pickett at 5 p.m. on Thursday. Some MLB news for you, as the Pittsburgh Pirates have released designated hitter Marcell Ozuna. Ozuna signed a one-year, $12 million deal before the season, but has not provided the offensive spark that the Pirates have desperately needed, hitting just .203 with 8 home runs and 29 RBIs in 70 games. Over to the WNBA, as your Portland Fire are back in action tomorrow night, taking on their expansion rivals, the Toronto Tempo. Tip-off set for 7 p.m. as you can catch all of tomorrow's coverage over on 9:10 a.m. when pregame starts at 6:45. And finally, your Portland Timbers face off in their first match of Leagues Cup as they take on Club Puebla tomorrow at 7:30 in the group stage. Make sure to catch all of tomorrow's coverage right here on 105.1 FM and 1080 AM when pregame starts at 6:30. And for more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Lowercase from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt, missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
Your home for Seahawks.
Hanging out here in the Portland Trailblazers Motor Center situation, 503-864-6326, or over on the YouTubes. This texter chiming in. I think Blazer fans are so used to having Paul Allen fund things, make things look good, and cover up the poorly run business that was the Blazers that anytime something is done on a budget or more business-like, they get surprised. This is not defending El Cheapo, though. I think it's a very solid response. That's kind of about how I feel. And not kind of. That's actually a lot how I feel.
But that idea flies in the face of every successful franchise in the sport.
I disagree with that as well.
Name me one.
Well, I don't know. I don't know the inner workings as well.
There's not a.
But I don't know enough to agree with that either.
There's not a team in the league that has won a title in the last 20 years that runs on a budget like that.
Including this team.
No.
On a budget like that.
No.
On a bloated budget by Paul Allen, this team hasn't won anything.
Every single title-winning team has had a bloated budget.
I know, but what I'm saying is that this team's had a bloated budget and doesn't win a title.
Yeah, but the ones that did.
Okay. But something else clearly isn't working, because the ones that do run on a bloated budget win titles except for the Blazers, so there must be something wrong with that.
Yeah, personnel.
If they're the only ones that aren't.
It's personnel.
Yeah, maybe some of them currently work there. Maybe.
No, I'm talking about the players.
Oh. This is all Shea's fault.
I mean, yeah. You're never going to get me to argue with that.
Let's see. There is some positive stuff that comes into a lot of this. It sounds like the Blazers are willing and have already negotiated with some companies, union-organized companies, to do some of the work. That's a positive thing.
Sure.
I mean, I know where you stand on unions, but that was something the city wanted, and they're willing to go in with that.
Some. My frustration with it was being dictated that it was be all. It's like, no. Absolutely not.
And I understand that, but I find it fascinating, and I find it a sign of, quote, good faith that they are bringing in some. Now, is it all? We'll find out about that. We don't know. But is it some? Yeah, it is some. And I think that is a positive thing.
Well, I mean, that was always going to be the case. I mean, there's a lot of union shops in the state.
Also, one of these letters sent via email from the city of Portland to Zandria and Dwayne. The city and Rip City management will agree to negotiate a new benchmarked ongoing maintenance and CapEx. I'm not sure what that means. Standard and operator responsibility in any future lease and development agreement associated with a renovation. That sounds like we're willing to work together. That sounds like we're willing to try to do stuff. I enjoy that. K2 reached out to the Blazers for a comment on this whole situation, and this is what they said. These informal messages are consistent with and reflect our statements to the city council last week, which we reiterated that we never left the negotiating table. The messages foreshadow exactly what happened. The city solicited written responses to terms that we repeatedly responded to verbally, and after months of waiting and to everyone's surprise, released a term sheet materially departing from the framework of the state's funding commitment. The city publicly released a term sheet despite knowing that we did not negotiate or mutually agree to its terms. It is true that we discussed how to positively indicate our proactive and intentional commitment to project labor and the continuation of certain community benefits as terms our team would agree to. To be clear, the team received the city's draft term sheet at the same time it was sent to the city council and to the media, and at no point prior to that did the city show us a draft or tell us its terms. That's a little pro-Blazer for me.
It is. Also, the way I understand it is Mayor Wilson and his team looked around and said, I'm going to take a gamble here and understand that I have the votes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to chop the other folks off at the knees. Not necessarily the Blazers. I don't think this was necessarily... I think the first interpretation is this was aimed at the Blazers. I think it was very much aimed at city council. I'm going to undercut you right now because you're being stupid. And I don't have a ton of power as mayor in this city, but one thing I can do is I can release this term sheet, and you can either go, or you're going to shut up and fall in line, or you're going to do exactly what you're going to do and be a pain in the butt no matter what.
Again, to give you all a sports metaphor, it's, again, we're bringing the house. We're blitzing everything. You better get the ball out.
Yeah, it's exactly it. Basically, it made them draw lines in the sand. Like, enough of the grandstanding, enough of the BS. I don't think this was necessarily aimed at the Blazers. Now, the Blazers looked at it because of the way it was appeared publicly to how you're just looking at it in the sense of, well, what is this? But I don't think this was
what you saying F me for?
Yeah, I don't think this was a salvo.
F me? F me? F you?
I don't think this was a salvo at the Blazers. I think it was one that was aimed internally. I think it was aimed to undercut those that are acting, out of pocket, so to speak.
Dan Ryan was on Isaac and Suk yesterday. If you missed that, it's in the 5 o'clock hour. Go back and check that out wherever you get your podcast, the Odyssey app. They asked him about how Dan Ryan sent Adam Silver the term sheet. Mm-hmm. And Ryan said on that show that the term sheet was well received by Silver. Mm-hmm. So maybe that comes in a little bit of play, that Adam Silver has talked to Dad and Dwayne, and the team has kind of been like, guys, they're not asking you for unreasonable things. And here we are seeing in some of these emails that they are adhering to it, and maybe that is part of it, that they've talked to them.
That's Dan Ryan going to, again, we got Dad, but there's bigger Dad. There's Grandpa.
There's
Grandpa
Grandpa.
still runs things.
Yeah, and I think what the Blazers are arguing here, and I think I have no issue with what they're saying, is that just because we've talked to you about this in private and haven't put it on paper and haven't said it in the media doesn't mean we're not doing it.
No.
And the city is like, well, then say it. And it just feels a little middle school-y from the city.
They're doing it to try to lock them into a position. They're trying to manufacture leverage.
Kind of sounds like they did lock them into a position and they're working on it with construction companies that are labor driven, labor unions driven.
Well, again, the wording of the initial term sheet was much more pro-union, which
agreed.
Nobody in their right mind would agree to. Nobody would.
It definitely the term sheet felt all or nothing.
Yes.
Like you have to have them all. But to the Blazers' point, what they're arguing and what these emails and what Wright Gazaway is writing is more that like
that's a handful.
It was. I tried my best to. Is that the city has said, the city came out with terms that they had never talked about. Mm-hmm. So then when they say, the things we talked about, well, we added some new stuff in here, and why aren't you responding? And the Blazers are kind of sitting there going, well, wait a sec, though. We have been talking about some of this stuff.
Yeah, the two that are in there. It's the labor one, and look, I called this out the second it came out. It's the labor one, and it's basically the rent. Mm-hmm. And the rent number was put at a spot to give them negotiating room. Mm-hmm. They're going to come down. I'll tell you what, how much do I have in my wallet right now? There we go. Whatever this is, I will put this down right now. What, 100, 120?
Ooh, you want to flex right now? I'm about to go on vacation.
There we go. Right here. I guarantee
someone hit the ATM earlier.
Yeah, I guarantee you that rent rate will come down.
Oh, yeah.
Guarantee you.
I got $5 in my pocket right now. I bet you that is too. Don't rob me.
Yeah, if you were
I'm going
betting,
to a place with a small town.
What are we doing, folks?
I'm just saying.
Flexing over here, bro.
I'm just saying this in the
I
point.
Just took out a third of my bank account.
What's funny is they're probably going to only get me.
Yeah.
I have none of it.
The only reason I'm saying this in this manner is because everyone's like, well, they should get that. And I'm just like, do you not realize that rate is through the roof?
Yeah, it'll come down.
It's going, like, they couldn't come out with the number they actually wanted. And the Blazers know that. They know that. They don't have a legal team and economics advisors and people who are working with them on this and not know that.
10 toes down, I'm changing the board to 9.
I'm not against it.
Okay.
You can put it on the board.
You think so?
I think we can put it on the board.
You think so? All right. I'd like to hear from you guys. 503-864-6326 or over on the YouTubes. Let's take a break from this. We'll circle back in the Big Nooner. Maybe we can make a decision in the Big Nooner if the board goes to 9 or to 0. But coming up next, great article out of the Athletic. You guys want to rank some quarterbacks? Why not? It's a lot of fun. And Casey and I were yelling at each other before the show, so let's have some fun. That's next. 105.1 The Fan Sports Network.
home run stroker. Swagalicious. The Firm of Harris and Marang on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
You know, for AI music, this one kind of gets my booty shaking. It's kind of good. It's kind of good.
It sounds like a FIFA song.
Right.
The home run
You play
stroker.
FIFA?
No, I own a copy of FIFA for my Switch, but I've never played
Oh,
it.
you never played it? Oh.
I do own a copy just in case one day I decide to want to play it. It's the Kylian Mbappe. I think it's 22. I think it's FIFA 22.
FIFA's had like the video games had like some of the best menu music for like a decade.
Didn't GTA always get a lot of love for that too?
Yeah.
Didn't Grand Theft Auto always have good music?
Was GTA 4 was when they had the big soundtrack. It had like Kid Cudi and
Yeah, 4 had a really good soundtrack, but then 5 is when you had your own radio selections.
yes, but 4 like that's which was isn't there like 7 or 8 stations?
I think so, yeah.
There's like a good amount of music on there.
Yeah,
Which is kind of crazy when you
And
think
apparently
about
for GTA 6, I might be mistaken on this, but Dr. Dre might have his own radio station.
I think I would imagine for GTA 6, they are pulling out a lot of stops. I bet you there's real licensed music and licensed music from artists we are very familiar
so past
with.
rumors linked him to the new game, but it's not officially been announced or confirmed.
Well, because they haven't really told us anything about GTA 6, just that it's going to cost $10,000 and it's going to revolutionize gaming again.
And it's going to be, you're going to have to offload every single game
yes,
you have in order to play it.
Yes, which is what they want. But if it's anything like Red Dead Redemption 2, which is their last big game that Rockstar made, that game is almost 10 years old and you can still play 400 hours in it.
Still finding new little gems every day.
Without a doubt. Well, The Athletic put out a great thing that's getting everybody hyped up. Mike Sando did this article. I believe he's going to be on Dirt and Sprague with Sprague on Friday, if I heard that correct this morning. So make sure you check that out. That'll be a really cool interview. I'll have to go back and listen to that because I'm on vacation. But it's putting quarterbacks in tiers, okay? Tiers, there are 4 tiers, and I'll name you tiers as we go through all this. Tier 1 has 4 talking points. Carries his team each week. The team wins because of him. Expertly handles pure passing situations and has no real holes in his game. In Tier 1, there are 4 quarterbacks. I think we all know number 1 is Patrick Mahomes. I think that's a fair thing to say.
I was a little surprised
Oh, really? Because of the injury
because he wasn't very good.
last year?
Yeah.
That
I mean,
team
don't get me
wasn't
wrong.
very good.
He wasn't very good by
His
Mahomes standards.
Sure, that team wasn't very good either, and the ACL doesn't help either.
Who was the best quarterback last year?
His name is Matthew Stafford.
Thank you.
Sam Darnold.
We'll get there.
Look at Fight On over here.
No,
It's
no,
like,
no.
oh, not bad.
No, no.
He's not wrong.
We will get there. I heard the boys talking about some names this morning, and I went, I feel like you guys are missing 2 names right now.
Also in Tier 1 is a tie at 2 between Joshua Allen and Matthew Stafford.
Yes.
The quote from a former head coach, his football intelligence matches his football talent. That is about as nice a compliment as you can say. That's saying you got the physical tools and the brain.
Yeah, if I were ordering this, I would have gone Stafford, Allen, Mahomes. That's the way I would have gone.
Just because he's the MVP.
I mean,
You earn the MVP for a reason.
Yeah.
I'd still have Mahomes over Allen. I hear your conversation about Stafford.
Again, I'm not talking careers.
I know.
I'm talking about who do I trust the most going into this season?
I hear you. I still give Mahomes more than Josh Allen because Josh is great regular season, but
I'll take Mahomes.
But Josh Allen can kind of Aladdin this thing in the playoffs sometimes. And number 4, controversial to Casey, which we started yelling at, is Joseph Burrow.
Yeah, why are you against that?
Because what makes if those are the only 4, what separates Joe Burrow from Lamar Jackson?
Well, here's Tier 2. Carries his team sometimes, handles pure passing situations in doses, or has other dimensions that elevate him above Tier 3, has a hole or 2 in his game. Number 5, start at that Tier 2, is your guy, Lamar Jackson.
What's Lamar Jackson's hole in his game?
Probably the same one that Burrow has. Health.
Probably the same one that Josh has, playing a little Aladdin out there. In terms of carrying the football and holding it like a loaf of bread.
Again, last year, Josh Allen threw for 3,600 yards, 25 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions in 17 games. Lamar Jackson, in 13 games, threw for 2,500 yards, 21 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions. So had a better touchdown-to-turnover ratio, pretty similar on yardage, and the difference in rushing yards, hold on, Josh Allen ran for 579 rushing yards last year. Lamar Jackson ran for 349.
An opposing coach said in this article, I'm not sure how much he wants to run and take hits anymore. He can't be special without the threat of a run. I think he needs to be more active when he does run. It used to be he would go and outrun you. Now he kind of goes, but he's not always moving with purpose. Boy, that's kind of damning on Lamar Jackson.
What's the difference between Lamar when he entered the league versus Lamar's team now?
Well, that's the other thing. There was a big quote.
The best running back in the league, Derrick Henry.
Yeah, there's a big quote on here, too, that I don't think is very fair to hold against Lamar Jackson. This offensive coordinator also said, if he doesn't play well, they don't win games. That is partially on Lamar, but that's also partially on your team as well.
That's all four of those guys that are in team.
Well, but Josh is, I would argue that there are times where I think Baltimore's had better teams than Baltimore. Or than Buffalo. Better rosters than Buffalo. And better coaching. And Josh is able to still win games that Baltimore's not.
I'm going to argue very heavily on that one.
Josh
plays in a much easier division. He plays the Jets twice a year. He plays Miami twice a year.
Patriots went to the Super Bowl.
That's the only good team in the division.
Lamar plays
you have four easy wins.
Broski, Lamar plays the Bengals twice and the Browns twice, and the Steelers are 500.
Bengals went to a Super Bowl. Steelers won the division last year.
Understood. So did
Browns had 10 wins back-to-back seasons 2 years ago.
I also think that people are starting to see, and this is just my opinion, and I could be totally wrong, I think Lamar's on the back end of his career. I think he's peaked.
Yeah, and I think if you're talking about tools...
I don't think Josh has. I think Josh is still at the peak.
Yeah, and again, I think when you're talking about...
It is weird.
But what about Joe? Again, so if you have Josh in such high regard, okay, cool. But what about Joe Burrow isn't the same as Lamar Jackson?
Health.
It's for me, for Joe's game, I don't question his game.
Joe played 8 games last year.
No,
Lamar played 13.
No, that's what I said. Health. The only question I have about Joe is health.
Yep.
Joe is the all-time passing leader in completion percentage. The dude is when he is healthy, he can be the best quarterback in the league.
I also think Joe is Matt Stafford 10 years ago. That I think Matt Stafford can finish his career, that Joe Burrow can finish his career and be looked at the same level as Matt Stafford.
Matt Stafford had Megatron. Can you name me another receiver that played for them?
No, but I also...
Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and Tyler Boyd all have 1,000-yard seasons in their careers.
They're fine receivers.
They'd all have deals somewhere else. That's why they got paid in Cincinnati, because they would get deals somewhere else.
Filling out Tier 2 is Justin Herbert at 6. Controversial.
Too high, too low? What do you think?
I don't know. Number 7 is Dak Prescott, and number 8 is Drake May, tied with Jared Goff. And Jordan Love at 10 in this tier. And and Brock Purdy in this tier. And like when you start getting to those guys, I'm fine with Herbert that high. I'll take Herbert over Dak. I'm taking Herbert.
I wouldn't.
I'm taking Herbert over Drake May.
I would take Herbert over Dak if I had CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens.
I might take Jordan Love over Dak.
I wouldn't. Dak.
But I'm probably taking Sam Darnold over Justin Herbert.
That's where I was going to go.
Oh, really?
There's
Sam Darnold led the league in turnovers, but what did he do in the playoffs?
Had
not turned the ball over.
And literally won them a game.
Dude, this tier 2 is huge.
It is.
Jalen Hurts at 17, Trevor Lawrence at 16, Sam Darnold is tied with Baker. Interesting comp there. I find that a fascinating comp.
I think that's pretty even.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels at 13, Caleb at 11, tied with Brock Purdy.
See, those are two that I think should be higher up on the list.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Brock Purdy is better than Justin Herbert as of right now in his career.
Oh, I'm going to pass on that.
My
physical skills, I'm going to hard pass on that.
Win playoff games.
Here's the
fair.
This is where I go to for all of the Justin Herbert fans, and I know there's so many of you. I don't think Justin Herbert is buns. It's not.
What an opportunity!
It's not the anti-duck rhetoric.
Justin Herbert is probably the most, if not for Josh Allen, is probably the most talented passer on paper.
So I think Stafford still is, but sure.
I'll take Justin Herbert.
I'm not arguing with you, but like those are the guys you're talking about. But for me, for all of the Herbert supporters, if you're going to say, well, he didn't have his offensive line in the playoffs, then how come he was good during the regular season when he didn't have it?
It's a fair point.
That's what I come back to.
It's a huge season for Justin.
If he's so good during the regular season, why does it switch when it's in the playoffs? When the situation is exactly the same. He went through the season without an offensive line.
Yeah, I think some of it. Well, it was easy to blame coaching on that, but now you have Harbaugh, so that you kind of lose that argument there. I do hear what you're saying.
And again, I'm not anti-Herbert. It's just that
you are anti-Herbert.
No, I'm anti the Duck fans who want to put him up as Dan Marino. Chill. Let him win a playoff game, or go down the path of Dan Marino and not win games in the.
Dan Marino went to a Super Bowl in his second season.
And then,
if anything, Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Anything, Joe Burrow is Dan Marino.
Yeah,
right
you're
now.
not wrong. And this is where my bias is going to show. I'd take Caleb over him because I think in the moment, Caleb Williams had two of the best playoff throws we've ever seen last year.
I think the most interesting thing about these tiers when you start doing it is there's some guys on here that are lower, to your point, Caleb Williams, that are going to have huge years this year, okay, in that tier 2. It's a big year for Jalen Hurts.
I really want to see what Trevor Lawrence does. I'm really high on the Jags.
I think it's a big year for everyone in this tier 2.
I don't necessarily think it's a big year for Jalen Hurts because you still have a Saquon Barkley. Like, you're still going to have 30 touches out of that guy a game.
Yeah, but the noise is getting louder and louder. It's the Philly noise. It's the unfair Philly media that's getting louder and louder, which is why it's got to be a big year. Because I'm with you. I don't need Jalen Hurts to be Joe Burrow. You know, I think, like, Dirt talks about his opinion on Jalen Hurts. I don't think he's wrong. I just think maybe we elevated him a little too high too fast. But I think Trevor Lawrence is going to get a pass this year because I think he's going to be just fine. Sam Darnold's going to get a pass.
Well, for the first time, he's going to have returning coaches and coordinators.
Exactly. Sam Darnold's going to get a pass because he's Super Bowl champion, okay? Baker's going to get a pass because he's a likable story right now. But when you get to Jaden Daniels, who's a young quarterback.
That's the one I was going to get to because he's got to bounce back off the injuries.
Caleb Williams, who's a young quarterback, can you take that next step? Brock Purdy, we'll talk about the Niners and the Big Nooner. I think it's a huge year for him and the 49ers. Can he stay healthy and be good? Jordan Love, there's another one in tier 2 that's got to have a huge year. Jared Goff is going to get a pass. I think the Lions are going backwards. That's a different discussion for a different day. Drake May,
I was surprised
in the
to see
Super Bowl.
I was surprised to see May elevated all the way up the top like that.
Dak is a Cowboy, so that's always going to be that. That puts you with Justin Herbert, and maybe Lamar needs to have the bigger year of anybody in tier 2.
It's a big group.
It's a big group.
It's a big, like, you're not, if you have one of those quarterbacks in tier 2, you're not mad.
No, you're not. No, because I just looked at the bottom. I know we're way over right now, but I just looked at the bottom, and your starters at the very bottom, they have Tua higher than Penix. They have Tua tied with Tyler Shuck at 26, and then it goes Kirk Cousins, and then tier 4 starts. Tier 4 is Malik Willis, Geno Smith, Deshaun Watson,
Shador,
Michael Penix Jr., Jacoby Brissett,
How bad are they disrespecting my boy?
J.J. McCarthy,
I would not have him as tier 4. He would not be on a tier.
and then Shador Sanders at the bottom.
Where's Aaron fit in this?
I didn't see Aaron on any of this at all. That's actually a good point. I mean, Aaron, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if I read this and there was somewhere along the lines where it said, look, Aaron Rodgers is not on this list because he's Aaron Rodgers. He's in tier 3. With Bo Nix, C.J. Stroud, Daniel Jones,
I'm okay with
Bryce Young, Kyler Murray, Jackson Dart, Cam Ward, Tyler Shuck,
I'm
Tua,
sorry.
Kirk.
C.J. Stroud isn't in tier 2, but Justin Herbert is?
Dude, C.J. Stroud is another guy who's got to have a huge
He
year.
had one bad game against a defense that went to a Super Bowl, and people want to tear him apart. He had 2 very strong playoff games.
I don't know. You got issues with Justin Herbert in the playoffs? Like, I present to you C.J. Stroud.
I'm surprised to see Kyler Murray.
C.J. Stroud has more wins than Justin Herbert in the playoffs.
Understood.
And
But they're not pretty.
far less seasons.
But they're not pretty.
Sure.
They're not pretty.
No.
I'm not going to just absolve C.J. Stroud.
I'm interested to see where Kyler Murray's at 23, Jackson Dart's at 24. Again, I know Jackson.
Upside on Jackson and redemption on Kyler.
And Kyler, again, this is the Kyler Murray. How much can we write off Kyler Murray in a Sam Darnold way that he shocks us and this team wins?
Again, because you're talking about talent. He's got talent now. The execution.
Again, that team is loaded too. Let's not forget that they have a very strong receiving core in Jordan Addison, Jawan Jennings, T.J. Hawkinson, and Justin Jefferson. That defense is pretty deep too.
We have some mild breaking news as it pertains to Jaden Daniels. Stephon Diggs is going to join the old Commanders.
The old Commanders, huh?
I think they win that division.
Ooh,
Spicy.
Stephon Diggs does it every year. He did it with Josh Allen. He did it with Drake May. He finds a way to do it every year.
Spicy. We'll have some more quarterback conversations as the NFL gets closer and closer. We should do like a 10 toes down sort of situation on which quarterbacks are dealing with the most pressure because it's different kinds.
Yeah, no,
like Matt Stafford's pressure is very different than Brock Purdy's.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah, or Joe Burrow's even for that matter.
Joe Burrow's can you stay healthy?
I always feel like Joe gets a fat pass, and I think that's Casey's point, is that Joe gets a pass.
I think because there's not a hole in his game.
There isn't.
It's just health.
There isn't.
I mean, he's proved it.
Dude, I'm telling you, he's Matt Stafford 10 years ago. When we come back, some situation going on in Tennessee. Josh Heupel's not very happy about it. And I don't know if he's very wrong. That's Danny on Patrick, 105.1 The Fan.
Back to school.
From the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on The Fan, some NFL breaking news for you as Stephon Diggs is expected to sign a one-year deal worth up to $12 million with the Washington Commanders. He will join. With an offseason of full health, Diggs is ready to hit the ground running as a key weapon for Jaden Daniels in year 3 as the QB-friendly wide receiver joins Washington. Rookie quarterback Carson Beck was named the Arizona Cardinals starter for Thursday's Hall of Fame game against the Carolina Panthers. Cardinals are deciding to rest regular season starter Jacoby Brissett and backup Gardner Minshew as Carson Beck will face off against Panthers backup quarterback Kenny Pickett at 5 p.m. on Thursday. Over to the WNBA as your Portland Fire are back in action tomorrow night, taking on their expansion rivals, the Toronto Tempo. Tip-off set for 7 p.m. as you can catch all of tomorrow's coverage over on 9:10 a.m. when pregame starts at 6:45. And finally, your Portland Timbers face off in their first match of League's Cup as they take on Club Puebla tomorrow at 7:30 in the group stage. Make sure to catch all of tomorrow's coverage right here on 105.1 FM and 1080 AM when pregame starts at 6:30. And for more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Laura Case from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt, missing work, insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The home of prime time.
Hour number deuce here. If missing the first hour, you can download that, The Fan Podcast, 1051thefan.com, the Odyssey app, wherever you get your podcast. Casey usually gets it up in about 15, 20 minutes. If you can't wait that
biracial angel.
If you can't wait that long, you can go back on the Odyssey app or the YouTubes, rewind, fast forward, except for Into the Future. For that would be impossible. Quarterback coverage on The Fan is presented by Xfinity. Score the most reliable Wi-Fi. One price, 5 years guaranteed. Xfinity, imagine that. We're going to call an audible here a little bit. 503-864-6326, talking about quarterbacks here. It's such an interesting thing on how to gauge quarterbacks. And we've been very lucky in our lifetimes to see kind of each end of the spectrum on these. Excuse me, I just sneezed. Yeah. On these guys, like, how good of a quarterback is Troy Aikman? His team was loaded. I think Troy Aikman was a pretty good quarterback. How good was Joe Montana? His team was pretty loaded. I think Joe's a pretty good quarterback. This texter, you guys crack me up doing the quarterback debate. Josh Allen is by far the best quarterback in the league. He has no defense and has subpar weapons compared to every other top quarterback out there. Replace Josh Allen on any of the other teams you're talking about, and they're Super Bowl contenders immediately.
So they should win the Super Bowl this year.
What do you mean?
They got DJ Moore. They should win this year.
Oh, now they have a weapon. But I think what they're saying is that DJ Moore is not, on the, and even Stephon Diggs at the time is not on the level of Jamar Chase or Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp or Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill. I think that's what they're trying to say. That DJ Moore is a good weapon, but it is true that it is true that Josh has only recently got a great running back in James Dalvin Cook, not to be confused with Dalvin James Cook, but he hasn't had a running back since Cook. Or from before Cook, I should say.
What rounds were Tyreek and Puka drafted in?
Oh, I don't know.
Not the first.
Were they both undrafted?
I believe they were both. I believe Tyreek was probably a 5th round selection, I want to say.
Yeah.
But I think
they're super late if they weren't.
But I think the point is that they haven't gotten out and got one. Now they did go get Stephon Diggs, but Minnesota
Puka was in the 5th.
Minnesota had to jettison Stephon Diggs.
No, you can blame the organization, certainly. I do love that somebody else texted in that
Tyreek also a 5th.
There you go. So they're both 5th round picks. Somebody else texted in Joe Burrow is 30-15 when the Bengals score 30. Every other quarterback has an over 90% win percentage.
That makes Joe look better, in my opinion.
But no, that's what I'm saying. It's like, look, if you're asking me if every quarterback got pure health, wouldn't get hurt, it would be very hard for me to not take Joe Burrow. When he is healthy, his production is through the roof.
Warehouse full of kittens.
Yeah.
I would take for Joe Burrow.
That's what I mean. Like, again, I'm not necessarily arguing against the point of Josh Allen. I'm just saying, for me, when Joe Burrow is healthy, it's bananas.
And it's also, that wasn't necessarily the argument. We put Josh Allen up there.
I put Josh above Mahomes.
The issue is then why isn't Lamar up there if they do the same exact thing year in and year out?
Because I think Lamar has had more.
And I think Lamar's been more hurt than Josh.
I'm not going to say that one.
Why? No, on both sides of the ball. On both sides of the ball.
Lamar has more on the defensive side of the ball, but
offensively, I think you probably argue about the same. I would definitely say the Ravens had a better offensive line.
Definitely.
I don't even think
I'm not going to say that one.
Really?
I am for sure.
I'll take Deion Dawkins over anyone on that O-line.
But the rest of the line.
I'll take Connor McGovern, one of the best centers in the league, over anyone on that line.
So do we compare Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson because it was clear Mahomes won and then those two were next? Is that why we always compare Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson?
Because they were in that, and Joe.
Because they do the
and
same,
Joe.
They do the same thing. They're both strong passers that can run at elite levels.
They just don't have 3 Super Bowl wins and 5 appearances. Yeah. For my money, if I want to win a Super Bowl this season, and if I want to start a franchise, QB1 for me is Joe Burrow.
If you're getting full health.
If I'm getting full health.
If I'm getting full
health, I'm taking Lamar Jackson.
Really?
You can have that.
Over Joe Burrow, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm taking Mahomes.
I understand the versatility.
I
I understand versatility. I just, the closest thing to Joe, and again, he's actually probably closer to Josh, is your quarterback now and his prime. Like, Joe's ability to put touch on balls is the only other quarterback that I have seen in my lifetime.
Joe doesn't nearly have
Aaron.
the escapability as Aaron.
No,
That's
Aaron.
why Joe.
Yeah.
No, that's
only
why Aaron's
played
won.
8 games.
Yeah.
That's why Aaron's the physical specimen of all physical specimens.
Aaron is probably the best overall at his peak quarterback I've seen in my life. As far as talent goes, you're talking about a guy who's 6'4" who ran a 4.5 40 and has maybe the best arm in the history of the game.
And they had maybe one good running back in his entire tenure in Green Bay.
Yeah.
And the year he did, they won a Super Bowl.
No.
The year he had a defense, they won a Super Bowl.
No. So
this texter put Joe Burrow on the Detroit Lions roster. We win in a Super Bowl. I agree.
I agree.
Yes,
I agree.
100%.
But also, you're running into the same issue. You're still scoring 30 points and letting up 30 points a game.
Because that is Aiden Hutchinson's a monster, but the rest of that D-line,
that D-line has not been healthy. No. They signed Jack Campbell because Jack Campbell got 130 tackles because their D-line just let everything go through.
No.
Plenty more quarterback talk to get to before the NFL season starts. We are here for it on the Firm. When we come back, Jake Zivin and I sat down with Brandon Bye yesterday. He scored the game-winning goal for the Portland Timbers. It was a really fun interview to chat with him about some stuff. We'll play that for you next. 105.1 The Fan Sports Network. I sat down with Brandon Bye yesterday on Timbers Fan from 7 to 8 p.m. You can catch that right here on the home of your Portland Timbers. Jake Zivin and I do that show every single Tuesday. This week you'll have Adam Sussman as I am out of town with a little Jake Zivin, and he'll have the play-by-play, the color commentator for the Chicago Fire on to discuss post-Leagues Cup.
Keep it running.
As the situation in the MLS will pick back up here in a couple weeks. And as the Portland Timbers will head to Chicago and take on that guy, Bob. Do you know Chicago has Bob?
Do love a good Bob.
Bob Lewandowski.
Mm-hmm.
Just Bob.
Bob.
So this is, we sat down with Brandon Bye, and we have that interview for you now. As we sit here in Leagues Cup break, of sitting off that last quadrant of games, we are joined by defensive player Brandon Bye, the hero of the game against Seattle this last weekend. Brandon, thank you for joining us. Let's jump just right into this, baby. The thought in your brain when that ball hit the back of the net.
I was pretty happy, honestly. I was ecstatic. A great pass from DaCosta, and I was able to smash it home. So yeah, pretty exciting. And the crowd was going crazy, so it was great.
Brandon, you said on the interview on our broadcast on Apple TV after the game, and I think I'm getting this right. You said, I didn't feel it off my foot, something like that. Can you explain what you mean by that? Is it like you hit it so well that it just was perfect?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know, related to golf maybe. Like when you hit a pure, shot in golf, you don't feel it off the club. You don't feel it off your foot when you hit it perfect. So that's how it was. And it felt right. It came off right, and happy enough to see it go in the bottom corner.
First year in Portland, first Portland-Seattle match at home at Providence Park, scoring a winner like that late, 80-plus minutes. Where does that rank for you in goals you've scored in your career?
Pretty high. Definitely top three. Someone asked me that today, and maybe it was my first goal in the league.
Sure.
At LAFC was a header, and that was pretty special my rookie year. But this one was special. It ranks up there for sure.
Team's rolling. Great 4 games, obviously, after the World Cup break, 3 wins and a draw, 2 wins over Seattle in the 4, and 2 weeks apart. What's the difference? I don't know if what's changed. We know there's been big changes, right? But what has led to the group's success over these 2.5 weeks?
Yeah, I don't know if it's big changes. I think it's everybody buying into how we're playing, how we're working. I think everybody understands that if we do the simple stuff correctly, and we do the simple stuff day in, day out, that results will come, and we've been lucky enough to see a couple go our way. And I think it's a momentum thing. I've always said in this league is you keep rolling, and a couple go your way, and then all of a sudden the next game you might get a bounce that goes your way, you might get a call that goes your way, and these things start adding up, and all of a sudden you see 3 or 4 games go by, and you're on a little streak, and you can continue to roll. So I think that's the biggest thing. It's a momentum league, and the momentum's going in our favor right now.
Brandon, you've been pretty nails at that right back position, getting starts for pretty much the entire season, and kudos to that. I want to ask you, we had Cole Bassett on the program last week. We've seen this defense is giving up less goals. We're seeing more creation in the midfield area, and better possession in the midfield area. When you look at David DaCosta, Diego Chara, and Cole Bassett, who have kind of anchored down that midfield area in these last 4 games, what have you seen from them? You're staring right at them every single game. What do you see from them that's been so successful of late?
Yeah, I think their spacing has been really good, and an understanding of roles, I think, has been great too. And then with that, all of a sudden, when I pick up the ball, I know my options forward. I have Diego in the middle. I have Cole there. I have my winger out wide. I have Finn supporting behind me, and I think that understanding, every time I get the ball, when I pick my head up, this guy should be in this position, and I think it just gives everybody an ability to really understand where everybody else is going to be. And then, with that, those guys are showing their quality, of course, and you can see that game in, game out.
Matt, look, Brandon, we haven't had a chance to talk to you since Felipe Mora's final game and the emotions of that. And you're obviously a teammate of his for 6 months or so. But wondering what that night was like, and what Felipe meant to the group as a whole. That we saw it seemed emotional on the field. What was it like from your perspective?
Yeah, I mean, write a better story than that.
Right.
I don't think you can. I think it was an incredible night. He gets both goals. We get the win. It was really special. So happy that he could go out on a high like that. The crowd after the game, and us throwing him up and down, and yeah, it was beautiful. So amazing. But as soon as I came in, I realized very early that he was a big part of the locker room, and a big piece, and not just his voice, but how he worked every day, and how he was in the gym before practice, after practice, and how he's with the guys. And I think he was a big mentor to a lot of guys as well, over the years. So yeah, a great moment for him, and we were happy to send him out on a high like that.
I was gonna say, so Felipe got 2 log slabs that night. You got one on Saturday. Your first. What are you
Yes.
doing with it? Like, where's the log slab right now, and what are your plans?
It's still in the locker room right now. Don't know exactly what I want to do with that. Maybe it's a little wood burn engrave of the moment, of whatever it is. Someone gave me that idea, but it's a new tradition for me. So obviously been seeing a lot of guys get them over the last seeing it from afar,
Yeah.
and then now seeing it, firsthand, after every game. So happy to get my first, and yeah, it's a special moment for sure.
Do you remember the first time you saw this dude with a chainsaw like 10 feet from you while you're out in the field, like revving it? Yeah, like as an opponent, I mean, like
Yes,
what's going through your mind?
Yeah, I mean, you see it all over, social
Yeah,
media,
sure.
when you're in the league, but from afar, you're like, what is this craziness going on in Portland? But yeah, it's a pretty cool tradition, and a lot of people were messaging me after the game. Oh, what are you gonna do with the slab? Oh, send me a selfie with the wood slab, stuff like that. Some old teammates and stuff like that. So it was cool to get that, and to really be a part of that tradition.
He's defender Brandon By for your Portland Timbers, and we talked a little bit about the continuing this situation of last Saturday. Did the crowd after your goal score live up to what you expected, or did it get even crazier than you expected? Because Jake and I were both at the stadium, and we're kind of used to the Seattle crowd, or the Portland crowd, getting crazy in Seattle wins. Did it live up to the hype, or did it exceed it?
Yeah, no, it exceeded it for sure. I think someone mentioned, like, oh, this game, it's going to be even crazier than the past game. I was like, how does it get better than what it's been? Because it's been amazing throughout the whole season. Whoever we play, whenever we play, Slough is great. Timbers Army's always there early and active. And so when that goal goes in, and honestly, for the whole game, throughout the game, I think it's a really cool experience for them, and the whole crowd to be that invested in the game, and knowing the game and what's going on during the game. And you get a little cheer or a clap here or there, when you make a good play, and not just a big header or a goal, or a defensive block, but little things that they really appreciate as well. I think that's amazing, and I think that's just an acknowledgement of their knowledge of the game as well.
Up next is Leagues Cup. How do you prepare for Leagues Cup? We were having a conversation a little earlier on the show about, getting ready to play teams that you may not be used to their styles from a league that you're not necessarily used to. Is it easy to just look at it that way as just another game on the schedule, or do you put in a little extra research and time and effort in studying clubs from a different league?
Yeah, I mean, you look at it a little more, because some of the guys you're going up against every week is guys you've played before and you've seen before, and you're scouting other teams, and you happen to see whoever you're playing against and stuff like that. You just know the league and in MLS. But these guys are new teams and new players that you're not necessarily used to on a weekly basis. So yeah, a little more look into those specific individuals in the attacking end for me specifically. And then, yeah, understanding, but the coaching staff does a great job, and our, support staff does a great job of putting together, stuff that's manageable for us to understand, and little things that, hey, they do this, they do that, and little things like that for us to fully fully take in, who we're playing.
You mentioned the coaching staff, and you guys are going to go through another transition now. All right, Jack Cassidy and Liam and Memo and everybody else that's around the facility have been running the show for the past couple of months. Marty Cifuentes is hired. He's coming in. How do you as a player kind of deal with this transition after just going through one and having a lot of success, and now knowing there's a new guy coming in that is going to, in a way, be starting from scratch with everybody?
Yeah, I think leaning on my experience of having these situations happen before, and understanding that, at the end of the day, everybody wants to win. Everybody wants to do well, wants to win, and wants to keep pushing this club forward. So I think that's really important, to take a step back and just understand that, and then deal with it as it comes. I think, right now, Jack's in charge for this game, and we're looking at, tomorrow's training session and Thursday's game, and that's the only thing we can control. And then after that, you take a step forward and you move on. So I think that's what we're most focused on, and control the controllables.
Last thing, I know it's your first season here, but it's hard to get away from the lore of the Portland Timbers with how passionate this fan base is and how much we love to hold on to what we love. Let's just pretend that Jack is done in his interim role, the 4 games. How much of a legend is he in the history of Portland Timbers?
Man, I don't know. You tell me. I've only been here for 6 months, so. But pretty incredible what's happened, and got us right back into the playoff spot, and the record speaks for itself, really. So I think that's for the fans and the media to put him in the legend status or whatever it is. But yeah, it's been great.
We did learn that he drinks Heineken Zero and his wife likes red wine. So if you're listening and you see him out in the public, take care of him. Brandon, last thing and we'll get you out of here.
I think so.
We love to ask players when we have them on, just you're new to Portland. This is like we've talked about, your first season. What do you love about this city? What do you like to do? Don't dox yourself too much, but places you like to go and things you like to do in town or outside of town.
Yeah, I think the food scene is great. I think that's a big thing for me is trying new places and trying to explore, spots that people tell me, or, this, steakhouse or whatever it is. I think, or this little hole in the wall in my neighborhood, wherever it is. And then I'm enjoying golfing with a couple of teammates. So I think continuing to see the courses and enjoy that on my off day. But honestly, just relaxing and enjoying the summer here, because, when the rain comes, the rain comes. But the summers have been great.
Favorite restaurant so far in Portland?
Ooh, favorite restaurant? Screen Door is a classic. I think
in the Pearl, or do you venture over to the east side?
So I think it's great.
It's great. Did you in the Pearl, or do you venture over to the original one in the east side?
I've seen the one in the east side, but the Pearl is the closer one to me. So that's where I end up.
Good decision.
You got to go east though to be true Portland, buddy.
Yeah, I live in Southeast. I agree. I'm flying that flag, man. Come on over to the east side.
Go check it out. Okay.
Yeah.
He's Brandon Bye, defender for your Portland Timbers. Good luck in Leagues Cup, amigo. Awesome beginning to the season, and we look forward to catching up with you down the road.
Sounds good. Appreciate you guys.
We're always able to get a fun player or coach interview. We should be, we're trying to line to get Marty Cifuentes in when he has officially arrived and ready to rumble. No, I do not have information on that, but when he does, you can catch that on Timbers Fan every Tuesday from 7 to 8 p.m. Timbers are going to take on Puebla tomorrow, and then Sunday they'll take on Club America, which is one of the bigger clubs in Liga MX, and then Tijuana on the 13th. All 7:30 kicks you can catch right here on the Fan Sports Network. When we come back, little college football in Tennessee. They think this is bullshit, and the NCAA says we don't like it. Casey with sports.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
This sports update is brought to you by Laurelhurst Market Steakhouse and Butcher Shop, a great spot for any occasion. And don't forget, you save 10% on your Butcher Shop order when you dine in. Menus and more at laurelhurstmarket.com. First on the Fan, some NFL news for you, as Stephon Diggs has signed a one-year deal with the Washington Commanders. According to Adam Schefter, the deal is worth up to $12 million, as Diggs will become a key weapon for Jaden Daniels in Washington. Rookie quarterback Carson Beck was named the Arizona Cardinals starter for Thursday's Hall of Fame game against the Carolina Panthers. Cardinals are deciding to rest regular season starter Jacoby Brissett and backup Gardner Minshew, as Carson Beck will face off against Panthers backup Kenny Pickett at 5 p.m. on Thursday. Some MLB news for you, as the Pittsburgh Pirates have released DH Marcell Ozuna. Ozuna signed a one-year, $12 million deal before the season started, but has not provided the offensive spark that the Pirates have needed, hitting just .203 with 8 home runs and 29 RBIs in 70 games. Over to the WNBA, as your Portland Fire are back in action tomorrow night, taking on their expansion rivals, the Toronto Tempo. Tip-off set for 7 p.m. as you can catch all of tomorrow's coverage over on 9:10 a.m. when pregame starts at 6:45. And finally, your Portland Timbers face off in their first match of League's Cup as they take on Club Puebla tomorrow at 7:30. Make sure to catch all of tomorrow's coverage right here on 105.1 FM and 1080 AM when pregame starts at 6:30. And for more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Laura Case from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Sports Saturday with Joe.
You know, Binary Brewing and The Fan have teamed up for the only Fan IPA available for a limited time. Taste The Fan with Binary Brewing's signature West Coast IPA. Go to Binary Brewing's Beaverton location and ask them about their only Fan. So good, so good, so good. Only The Fan and Binary Brewing can pull it off. Web Gems is next, everybody's favorite. But a little bit of news out of college football. Arian Carter is a player for the University of Tennessee Volunteers. He is a linebacker. He got a 2-game suspension. And, Josh Heupel had this to say. The ruling that came out from the NCAA, the 2-game suspension, I truly believe is bullsh. But he finished that. I'm just not allowed to. Basically what happened here with Arian Carter, he
Got a plane ticket.
Got a plane ticket that he ultimately paid back when he found out it violated the rules. So we can't stop tampering. 30-year-olds playing in college football. College coaches leaving whenever they want. Under the table bags. But we're going to kill this dude for paying the money back.
What are we doing here?
Yeah. It's just another thing where the NCAA just sits there and they're like, we're going to make a statement.
What year is this kid?
I don't know.
Is he Because if he's a senior or a junior, like say he's eligible for the draft next year, does this hurt or help his draft stock that people now know his name?
He is 21.
So he still has a few years.
Well, I mean, he could be a junior. Could be.
He's a senior.
Yeah, he's a senior.
That's a young senior.
Yeah.
Reclassify. He's probably huge. He plays linebacker at Tennessee.
He's 6'1", 240.
He's probably a big boy.
Yeah, he wants every bit of tape so he can go try to set probably a Tennessee school record. But also, if he has great enough tape, that kid's going to go wherever he was going to go in the first place.
Mm-hmm. I don't think Josh Heupel's totally wrong here. And this is just another, to Danny's point, what are we doing here? This is another stupid thing from the NCAA. But also...
And he paid it back.
I know, and I think Josh Heupel would have said this anyway, but, dude, I think there's a lot of pressure on Josh Heupel at Tennessee this year.
I think so, too.
I mean, I think they love him, and I think he's been a good fit there. They've had a lot of turmoil at head coaching there for a while, basically since Fulmer. But they need to produce, because didn't every single team they lost to in the SEC have an over 500 record, and every team they beat was an under 500 record? I believe that was Tennessee last year.
Wouldn't shock me.
Now, their schedule this year isn't crazy. It's an SEC schedule. We're going Furman, G-Tech, Kennesaw State to start. Then you host Texas. That's your first
test.
You are correct. They did not defeat a single FBS team that finished the season with a winning record.
Boom. Then they get Auburn. Then they're on the road at Arkansas. They host Alabama. They're at South Carolina, which I believe by October 24th, Shane Beamer will be fired. They will host Kentucky. We'll see Will Stein. It's still year one. At Texas A&M, tough task. Home against LSU, the biggest question mark in the SEC for my money. And then at Vanderbilt, post Diego Pavia. That ain't a bad SEC schedule.
No, it's not what they had last year.
And it's not Florida.
No. The ridiculous thing about this is this kid was going to explore the NFL. Agent paid $430 for a plane ticket. And then when he found out he got hurt in the pre-draft process and decided to come back to Tennessee, and he reimbursed his agent.
Mm-hmm. When he found out he wasn't supposed to do it.
What are we doing here?
You know what the crazy thing is, though, if you think about it? 10 years ago, dude, he'd have been toast for the season.
Which shows you how ridiculous it all is.
Yeah. At least it's only 2 games, but...
It shouldn't be any.
It shouldn't be any.
It was originally 3. It was originally a 3-game suspension that they appealed. That's ridiculous. What are we doing?
Yeah.
We're crucifying a guy for doing the right thing.
Yes.
Yeah. I know it is strange that the NCAA, there's like no room for understanding because, dude, their rules are super convoluted. And if you realize that you've done something wrong and you pay that back, can't we not, ask for forgiveness instead of permission?
And the guy had the forethought to pay the money back so that it wouldn't conflict with anything in the NCAA.
Oh, my bad. I didn't know.
That should already tell you that he was intending to do the right thing.
And the crazy thing about this, from Heupel's point of view, and it's not necessarily crazy, this was his opening statement.
Yeah.
This wasn't something he was asked about. He came out and said, you suck.
Yeah. Bleep you, bleep you, bleep you. You're cool, bleep you.
There's no you're cool in there.
No.
That's the thing. Is like,
damn cool.
You look at this and it's like, I will never be on the NCAA side. It's just I wasn't even on their side with Sorsby because they didn't even take a side.
Yeah, that's the question. Like, what could the NCAA do that you would actually take their side on? I don't know at this point.
Read the room, dude.
Now the NCAA walks in and says, you know what, I think Patrick should get a $100,000 raise. And you go, I don't know. I don't really trust the NCAA. That's the kind of situation we can look at with the NCAA.
It's so ridiculous. Like,
we should charter flight Patrick Harris around everywhere. And be like, that's something sounds bad about that.
Yeah, it's like, then you find out the money's coming from the Mississippi, what was it? Favre got caught up with? Was the welfare?
He took welfare money, and I think he got some COVID money, too.
Yeah. So it's like you find out the NCAA is taking money from some welfare from some underprivileged school.
Federal temporary assistance for needy family funds.
Yeah.
You're going to find out that's where the money's coming from. Yeah. You got to be kidding me.
The NCAA wants to take me to every big game every week in college football, but now inner city kids can't play football.
Yeah.
A warehouse full of kittens.
Yeah. Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around. It's like, come on, man.
Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around.
Side note, I did see. I've never seen the meme of that. I've only heard the audio
Little
drop.
kittens, yeah.
And it was
that
yeah.
You,
Oh,
did
she's
you not watch Chappelle's show?
fanning the dollar
Yeah,
bills?
I did, but I'd never like seen the still as a meme.
Oh, yeah.
I've only heard the audio from it.
Oh.
And I saw one that had Mookie Betts' face in a Dodgers hat, and there was like the Phillies and the Cubs around it, and it's just Mookie going, "I have the money, y'all. There's poor people around." After they got Tarek Skubal.
I mean,
Thought that was hilarious. And Mookie's on first base right now. Just an FYI. That guy's good.
yeah, it turns out that Dodgers team's pretty good. Although Scuba lost.
Pitched well, though. He pitched really
6
well.
innings of 2-run ball.
He had never thrown at Wrigley.
Really?
He had never thrown at Wrigley.
I mean, makes sense.
I did hear this morning that by Tennessee baseball here. I did hear this morning that somebody was like, I don't know if the Dodgers are going to be that good. Most of their superstars and the hitters, with the exception of Shohei Ohtani, are past their prime. And I was like, you're right. Past their prime, Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, Max Muncy. You're right.
Will Smith.
Make them dead.
Yeah.
They're dead.
With 3 at-bats a game.
Yeah, they're dead. Good call. Good call. They're dead.
Definitely put money on that.
Yeah, have fun with that.
NCAA, man.
I know.
Give us a reason to not kick you.
I know.
I dare you.
Is there somebody in our life? Is there somebody in our life that is the NCAA that from here on out I just don't trust anything they say?
Portland City Council.
Portland City Council's the NCAA.
I mean, have they done anything to garner that sort of...
No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
It's weird. Governing bodies. You can't trust them, and nor do they ever seemingly do the right thing.
Yeah, y'all
Weird.
stink. Web Jam's coming up next. Let's talk a little gambling, huh? Or maybe you're not allowed to gamble. We'll go there next. That's Danny. I'm Patrick. 105.1 The Fan.
The new
All right, this is everybody's favorite. We do it every single day at 11:45. Coming up in the Big Nooner, we'll get to some more NFL situation. The Niners and their situation going on down there. Maybe we can have a little Brock Purdy discussion there as well. And the Seahawks claiming they don't keep receipts, but keep receipts. So we'll have some fun with some audio on that one as well. We'll also get into recap our Portland Trailblazer conversation from earlier this morning. And Danny, I'm going to be out. I will be back next Friday. And because of that, double checking my math, carry the one, I will have missed both votes on the radio. So we'll discuss what's going to happen while I'm gone.
Indeed.
Indubitably.
It's the open council right now, so they're getting citizens out there on the mic.
Go fight for your team.
Do we have you change it to 9 before you get out of here?
We'll decide that in the Big Nooner. We'll decide that in the Nooner. But Web Gems today comes to you from the state of New York, who are now suing Kalshi for, quote, an illegal gambling operation. Allege that Kalshi's offerings are quintessentially gambling because I believe in New York you cannot gamble, but since this is prediction market, they're getting away with it.
Yeah, it's Kalshi and Polymarket. They're facing at least 20 lawsuits. And that includes regulators, tribes, and individuals.
Because that's how this is all going to go. Like Kalshi and Robinhood and Polymarket and everybody, it's just it's too manipulative.
It's too adjacent, and that's the whole thing. Is they're saying it's a commodities trade. It's not gambling.
When yeah, exactly.
But somebody can literally control, like using Giannis.
That's
Giannis
exactly what I was going to say.
can literally manipulate the market.
Giannis made somebody a lot of money by LeBron. No, not just Giannis. I was going to say the Miami Heat. The Miami Heat made somebody a lot of money by that staff for accidentally leaking the press conference YouTube link. So all the money came in on Miami, which shot the odds for the Sixers through the roof. And it shouldn't work that way. It's too manipulative. We saw in politics, like, what's the day that Venezuela is going to get attacked? And some guy knew what day it was going to be and influenced the bet. Like,
Weird.
You can't do that.
Anything that can be singularly controlled like that, nope.
I am curious what, like, the Nevada Gaming Control Board thinks about this stuff.
I bet you they don't like
They
it.
announced an agreement with Kalshi to force the company to implement geolocation technology to block trades from people inside the state. I bet you they are not okay with these guys.
No. Where does their money come from?
Yeah, it's corrupted gambling.
Yeah.
it's beating the system, and I don't think you can do that.
No, you can manipulate the living crap out of it.
In 2013, New York voters approved a constitutional amendment, Article 1, Section 9, authorizing casino gambling at no more than 7 facilities as authorized by legislature. Additionally, through a compact with the federal government as regulated by the Indian Gaming Regulatory Act of 1988, as approved by the U.S. Department of the Interior, there are 16 federally approved and regulated Native American gaming operations, from casinos to electronic gaming/bingo operations. Additionally, gambling is permitted at 4 thoroughbred racetracks and 7 harness standardbred tracks in the state.
So it's only ponies in New York. Ponies and bingo.
Yeah, unless it's tribal land, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Very similar to here.
Similar to everywhere,
There's 4 commercial casinos.
And I believe they're all tribal.
The other 16 are tribal.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you want, you can go over to Jersey and they gamble over there in Atlantic City.
AC exists for a reason.
Yeah. The really ghetto version of Vegas in the East. Ooh.
Seedy.
I've heard.
I've got some friends that have spent time in AC with who have a lot of money. And brother,
there is a band that I really like that does a big Christmas 2 shows during Christmas time, and it's usually some big theme, and they do it all over the country. This year they're doing it in Atlantic City, and it's the weekend we are in New York.
Oh. Is it
for
Goose?
Army Navy. It is Goose.
How'd I know?
And they're in Atlantic City, which I found out I can't make happen because it's 2.5 hours away by train. And so I can't do it, but everybody on the message boards were like, Atlantic City? Really? Nobody wants to go there.
No,
I didn't realize it stunk that bad.
I mean, that's the original mob controlled area before mobs moved west.
Yeah. And it's just seedy and a dump and just not maintained.
Well, I mean, it's the Northeast.
I don't know that well enough because New York is cool. I like New York.
Yeah.
Really? You don't like New York City?
It's fine.
What's just fine about it? Is it just too big, too much, too loud?
I don't mind. I'm from LA. I just the whole like the New York thing.
And I'm not an LA guy.
The whole northeast of it all. I don't like it. Philly's really the only northeast city that I like. Definitely not a Boston guy.
I've never been to Boston. My wife loves Boston.
Yeah, for some reason I like Philly.
Yuck.
I know.
I would definitely go to Philly for the historical stuff. I got a buddy there
The
too.
history stuff is great.
Yeah.
Outside of that,
Oh yeah, no. I mean, it just vibes of the city.
My wife loves Boston.
And I'm not anti-Pittsburgh. I'm just, it's not. It's not as big.
I'm anti-Philly.
Yeah. No, I get it.
I know Mookie Betts and Xander Bogaerts don't love Philly. I know LeBron James doesn't like Philly. Or sorry, I meant Boston.
Yeah.
Mookie Betts and Xander Bogaerts, they don't like Boston.
No.
LeBron don't like Boston.
Like once you get north of DC, I'm kind of like, Baltimore's okay.
I liked Baltimore.
I love DC. DC's dope.
I haven't been to DC in a while.
Yeah, DC. I like DC.
Do we get a moment when this prediction market stuff just goes away? Do you think it gets federally outlawed? Or do you think the grifters in office right now really love this because they grift off of it?
I think they all do.
Yeah.
Part of me thinks that there's going to be some form of legal standing that comes
Has
out
to
of
be,
this.
right?
The New York penal law defines gambling as staking or risking something of value upon the outcome of contest or chance or future contingent event not under your control or influence. They're going to find a way in the world.
Yeah, because I know the state of
Lawyers are
Washington.
gonna lawyer.
The state of Washington is trying to get this stuff out of their state, and their only legal gambling is only tribal.
And that's again talking about agendas. It's the same thing here. They don't want it here either because that is a leverage point. It is.
What, prediction markets?
No. The tribal side of things. I'm not anti-indigenous or anything like that. But like that's you're getting
Danny's
in
anti-tribal. You just heard it here.
You're getting in on their territory. They don't want that. It's the same thing in
course.
Vegas. They're absolutely not.
Oh yeah. No.
We literally had this thing red taped off. This is ours. You can't touch it.
Yeah, I also just think that it's just shady operation. I just think the prediction
so is
markets.
gambling.
Well, no, but gambling has to have some sort of standards put to it, like odds on games and stuff.
Sure, but
I
there's
don't think
also
they're cooking the books.
you also if you win too much, you get thrown out.
Yeah, maybe.
That's a real thing.
Yeah, but at least you won a lot.
Can't come back.
Whatever, dude. Take that payday.
But again, there's plenty of seediness to go around.
Equal opportunity seedy.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll ever make it to Atlantic City at this point, you know?
You're not missing out.
Yeah, hopefully not.
You'll get it on Monopoly.
Get it on Monopoly. Is the boardwalk worth it still, too?
You want to talk about places.
Is Marvin Gardens a cool place? I always liked that one in Monopoly.
That's one of my favorite ones, too.
Yeah, I always was like, if I can get Marvin Gardens,
Building hotels.
I'm feeling great.
Don't ever build hotels.
Yeah.
Unless you're really, really, really running it.
Although it's spelled differently, it's Marvin Gate City, New Jersey, just outside of Atlantic City.
Weird. And they call it Monopoly.
I love it. Big Nooner is next. We'll get into a little more Blazer conversation. We'll decide once and for all. Is the board going to 9 or are we back to 0? Loaded final hour. Stick with us. 105.1 The Fan.
Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
This sports update is brought to you by Reynolds Defense Firm. If you've been arrested for a DUI, you need a team of attorneys that you can put your trust into. Call Reynolds Defense Firm today, online at reynoldsdefensefirm.com. First on the Fan, some NFL news for you as Stephon Diggs has signed a one-year deal with the Washington Commanders. According to Adam Schefter, the deal is worth up to $12 million, as Diggs will become a key weapon for Jaden Daniels in Washington. Rookie quarterback Carson Beck was named the Arizona Cardinals starter for Thursday's Hall of Fame game against the Carolina Panthers. Cardinals are deciding to rest regular season starter Jacoby Brissett and backup Gardner Minshew, as Carson Beck will face off against Panthers backup quarterback Kenny Pickett at 5 p.m. on Thursday. Some MLB news for you as the Pittsburgh Pirates have released DH Marcell Ozuna. Ozuna signed a one-year $12 million deal before the season, but has not provided the offensive spark that the Pirates have desperately needed, hitting just .203 with 8 home runs and 29 RBIs in 70 games. Over to the WNBA as your Portland Fire are back in action tomorrow night, taking on their expansion rivals, the Toronto Tempo. Tip-off set for 7 p.m. as you can catch all of tomorrow's coverage over on 9:10 a.m. when pregame starts at 6:45. And finally, your Portland Timbers face off in their first match of Leagues Cup as they take on Club Puebla tomorrow at 7:30. Make sure to catch all of tomorrow's coverage right here on 105.1 FM and 1080 AM when pregame starts at 6:30. And for more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm lowercase from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt, missing work, insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The home of the firm.
Welcome to the Big Nooner, the firm of Harris and Marang. We do this bad boy every single day from Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Thank you for being a part of our day. We are stoked to be a part of your day. You know the rules. After us, our buddies down at Oregon, the Duck Insider is back from 1 to 2 p.m. The Fan Happy Hour with Luke Anderson from 2 to 3, and then his prime time from 3 to 7. That's 13 hours of live, local, continuous regional sports talk radio. Starts with Dirt and Sprague in the morning, the number one morning show you should be listening to every day, just like everyone on this show listens to every day. Casey, is Luke still in Seattle at Hawks training camp? Or was that just yesterday?
I believe that was just yesterday.
Pretty cool moment. If you missed it yesterday, Luke was live at Seahawks camp. Go back and find that wherever you get your podcasts. Coming up this hour, we'll get into some NFL. Speaking of those Seahawks, there's a little bit of fun kind of with audio on that, and we'll talk a little San Francisco 49ers as well. But something to just kind of circle back, Danny, that we spoke about in the first hour of this show, as our buddy Wright Gazaway was able to pull up some emails, internal emails between the Blazers and the Moda Center, and the city council, I should say. And look, I think it's really, we talked about it. If you missed it, go back and check it out. It's really stupid that these emails are out there. I don't think there's a ton of damning things in it. I don't think this necessarily changes the votes. Do you?
No. The session is currently ongoing right now, and Wright Gazaway is reporting on it. One of the city councilors, I'm still trying to figure out exactly which one, this is about an hour ago, was discussing amendments to the term sheet, which included raising ticket fee 1% and keeping the extra money, reducing or eliminating the $275 million ongoing commitment, and raising rent to $4 million with a 7% escalator, which is up from the $3 million and 5%. So the grandstanding and virtue signaling nonsense is just off to a tremendous stuff, everybody. Well done. Well done.
If you thought 5% was high, well, we don't think that's high enough. Let's go to 7%.
It's just so, like, and again, you need to have another counselor second the vote, and you need to get 7 votes for it to be changed.
They're not going to get it.
No, it's just grandstanding, and it's like, this is why I can't. Dude, I took that week off, and I didn't check in on much because it was wonderful, because I was so sick and tired of dealing with the stupidity of politicians.
We started this thing.
I know. We started when I was here.
Yeah.
It was just like, why?
Also-
Why are we like? They're smart, but they're too smart for their own good. You know that it's not going to get a second. Everyone knows it's not going to get a second, and everyone knows it's not going to pass. So you know it's just virtue signaling. You know it's baseless, stupid arrogance.
The thing I hate the most about is the city choosing to do this public thing.
Oh, they're doing it on purpose.
Oh, without a doubt, because that's the unfortunate thing, and that's why I give a lot of love to Wright Gazaway, doing a lot of work over there, and Jason Quick for that matter as well, of actually putting out real information out there. Because boy, what the city has done, the city has been so good at riling up the non-sports fans, the people that don't listen to our station. That all 4 of our shows cover this pretty heavily. I mean, Dan Ryan was on
We don't
prime
want
time
to,
again yesterday.
but here we are.
Yeah, and the guys in the morning do a great job. Everybody's had Wright on at some point. So we're all really up to date, but they've been really good at getting the brains of the non-sports fans to get real pissed off and be real angry at all times.
About things that actually don't matter.
exist. Yep, I agree. Kudos to City Council for that. Now, the votes are coming up. County is Friday? Or is county tomorrow?
The 8th, right?
County's
Friday.
Tomorrow.
Friday. Yeah, county's the 6th.
I thought it was the 8th.
The
Oh, no.
5th, the 6th, and the 12th.
Yes.
No, it's my fault. I have a delivery on the 8th. I have the 8th in my head.
Yes, the county votes tomorrow, which should pass, which then allows the city to vote on Thursday or Wednesday the 12th. I am back on Friday. Do we get 2 yeses while I'm gone? 2 passes while I'm gone?
Check back in on Tuesday.
I think
That's a long
way to
time.
go. Long way to go. I do think the county will go. It sounds like they figured out their issues and where they want the money. And
Well, they already had a 3-2 vote.
yeah, and
The 2 that were no, we all know why they're no. It's fake. One's running for the seat.
fake news.
It's
Fake news.
We know what it is.
And then the city will vote on the 12th.
And again, I think if gun held to my head, I think Mayor Wilson wouldn't have to do it. It's discussions with people very close to it, I'll just say that, believe that if the vote were held today, it would pass without Mayor Wilson needing to cast his vote. But if he has to, he will, and he's already been on the record multiple times of saying he will.
That'll be fun. I hope he does. I hope he's the hero in the situation again. That Mayor Wilson's just like, really, guys? Fine. Yep, passes.
Yeah, Daddy's going to come in and do it.
Yep. Daddy. These guys are such idiots over there.
That's what I mean. It's like, why are you doing this? You don't actually believe it. You don't actually believe it.
No, and that's the toughest thing, too. It's like why are we doing things you don't believe in?
I'll say it again over and over again, and people hate hearing it but that's who I voted for. It's virtue signaling. It's what it is.
Yeah.
Just call it out for what it is, man. Here's the thing. Unless you have been here from the jump and you have not, and again, if you disagree with me, that's fine. Just have it based in reality and not this nonsense. If you disagree wholeheartedly, that's cool. I'll argue with you, but if you're grounded in reality and that is what you firmly believe in, okay, we can discuss that. We can go back and forth. I've got you 100%. I disagree, but I can at least respect where you're coming from.
Sure. Give me reasons. Give me true reasons.
Yes.
Did you see the councilman, what's his name, Mitch Green? Got an illegal burn ban in his backyard. He got ticketed for that. Bad timing, bro. Bad timing, bro.
Good for thee, not for me. Remind me, Mitch Green, was he one of the ones that was saber rattling?
He wears blazer gears to these conversations,
Okay.
Daniel.
Yeah, was he saber rattling?
Yes.
Okay.
Very much so. I'm a firm believer that the board behind me that says 8 days since bad news should move to 9.
I think we might have to wait until the end of the show.
Why?
Just because of what's going on.
Oh, because what's going on over there. So then what is the purpose of the public outcry? What is the city hoping to gain in this? That everyone just goes, Tom Dunn's going to move the team, and that hurts my feelings. Is that what they're trying to get?
They're trying to manufacture leverage.
But how do the people... Dude, if any of these people think that Tom Dundon cares what Sally on 81st thinks about this, you're barking up the wrong tree.
And not only that,
Tom Dundon doesn't care what I have to say about this, and I talk about this every day.
without being in there and without even reading any of this, Do you think the people down there in Blazers jerseys are going to take the side of the city council?
I do, actually.
Oh, I don't.
You don't?
I don't.
Oh,
No,
I think the people in the
no.
Blazer jerseys are going to be like, this guy's rich, this guy should pay for it, and this guy wants to move the team.
Not the one in the Blazers jerseys.
No, you don't think
No,
so?
the ones with the septum piercings and blue hair, they are going to take the city council side.
That was a shot.
Yeah,
That was a shot.
walks like a duck, talks like a duck. Just saying.
I know wonderful people with blue hair and septum piercings that agree with us.
My fiance has a septum piercing. I'm just saying. She doesn't have the blue hair.
Not yet.
No.
Wedding's
never.
only 3 weeks away.
No, she refuses. But no, I mean, jokes aside, like the ones in the Blazer jerseys, they're going to be on the Blazer side.
That's surprising to me because I feel like that you feel that way. And I hope you're right. I do, because I think it's the rational thought. And I think if you are the Blazer fan, you are more aware of what's going on than the average person. However, every Blazer fan I run into that's got the Blazer hat or the Blazer jersey on, they're all like, El Cheapo sucks and he's going to move the team and I'm pissed about it.
They say that, but what do they want?
They want the Blazers to stay and they want the deal done. Fair point.
That's
Fair point.
That's why I keep saying this is not black and white. This is operating in the gray.
Yeah.
That's what this is. He can suck. He can be cheap. He can be a complete piece.
But you need him. He's my homie. I'll take him to dinner right now. I'll pay the
Do
bill.
you understand what I'm saying? Like,
Without a doubt.
everybody wants to be like, no, it's this. It's like, no, it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I've stated this so many times. I don't want to just give $600 million to billionaires. I don't.
High multimillionaires.
But the reality is, look around the country. It is happening everywhere. Like, well, we're going to be we're the city that puts their foot down. Fine. You're going to be the city that doesn't have a team.
That's the truth.
Like,
Have you seen what's going on in San Antonio right now?
Mm-hmm.
They want a ton of money.
I've told you this off air. Why do they want a ton of money? Where does San Antonio actually want to be?
Well, they want to be in Austin.
Ding,
but,
ding,
but
ding,
they
ding,
also
ding.
need money to renovate their stadium and the area around it. But the owners over there are willing to go 50-50. That's the difference with over there.
Well-
They still want a lot of money from their city.
Yeah. How much money?
I don't know. I'd have to go look at it again. I don't remember looking at
I
it.
bet you it's in the neighborhood of $600 million.
I think it is in the neighborhood.
And
I
I-
think it might be 750 actually.
And guess how much further your money goes in Texas?
Yeah, a lot further. I'm really glad. I'm hopeful that Blazer fans, I think that is the easiest way. And I've kind of been on this train, at least I've tried to be on this train the entire time when it comes to Dad. Look, does Dad represent himself very well? Oh, God, no. You know, does he scare me a little bit as the owner of the Blazers? For sure he does. But at the same time, like, I'm stuck with him, dude. I can't vote him out. You know, I can't fire him. So I'm stuck with him. So right now, let me take you to dinner, Dad. Let's grab a couple beers.
How many cats do you own?
Uno.
Okay.
Why?
Just somebody on the YouTube just said the more cats you have, the more likely you are to be against Tom Dundon.
I only got one. But I got a dog. Does that count?
That cancels out the cat.
Cancels out, so I'm just even
You're
now?
neutral.
Yeah, okay. Well,
You're pet neutral.
I have half a cat.
how do you have half a cat?
Is this a warehouse full of kittens situation?
No, it just I'm not really there. My girl takes care of them.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, mine's definitely my cat.
Yeah. I bet you there's some truth to that.
I might wear blue hair and a septum piercing for Halloween.
Do it.
It's not a bad gig.
Do it.
You know what's a better idea? You know what's a better idea, Case?
Easy ride, easy ride.
She will kill you. It won't be me.
In a Blazer jersey.
She'll kill you.
In a Blazer jersey with a septum piercing and blue hair.
She'll kill you.
Come as a Smurf.
She texted me. She said, if those two goons,
Thing one, thing two. You with me, Case?
if those two
I'll ready to
goons,
pull it up for sure now.
Portland style thing one and thing two.
she's like,
Tattoos.
she's like,
Do you got tattoos, Casey?
I do not.
We can get you a sleeve of like fake ones.
I want a Daffy Duck tattoo.
Dope. We're doing this.
why?
But
I used
but
to- I used to-
why?
I used to grow up and wake up early in the morning to watch Looney Tunes before it would get kicked off the air by regular
Whatever.
cartoons.
Oh, okay. Okay.
By the real cartoons.
It was like well,
X-Men, Spider-Man.
SpongeBob would come on
Oh,
at about
right.
9 a.m.
Oh, right. This kid's SpongeBob world. I was like, X-Men, Spider-Man?
But it would go
Saturday,
from
10 o'clock.
It would
Yeah,
go
yeah.
from The Nanny to George Lopez show till about 5 a.m. Then about 5:30, you get about 3 episodes of Looney Tunes.
Man, you didn't have Transformers. That was a good show. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Well, had
I mean,
Turtles.
Sprague's got Ninja Turtle tattoos.
He does have Turtles tattoos.
Yeah, I'm not anti Daffy Duck tattoo. I was just wanting to know why.
Dude, X-Men.
Love me some Daffy Duck.
That X-Men TV show was so good.
Second season of X-Men 97's out.
I know. I've only
right
seen
now.
the first. I'm excited to watch the second.
My favorite Marvel nerds are doing YouTube breakdowns of X-Men 97, so I'm going back and watching every episode.
Yeah, 97 is good. All right,
Banger.
we'll put a bow on that. We'll figure out by the end of the show. We'll come back in closing arguments as there is the public gathering for everyone to share their feelings and bake cakes and make everyone feel special again like it's middle school. We'll circle back around in closing arguments. Let's get to the NFL. The situation as the injuries mount in San Francisco. Let's start asking some questions about that. Next, 105.1 The Fan Sports Network. I am a serial watch something as I fall asleep kind of guy. I've moved it to my phone so it doesn't bother the wife.
Yeah, I used to be that, but, you know.
You're able to go down easier now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am not. So sometimes I put a headphone in.
I go to sleep a lot earlier now.
Yeah, good on you.
I'm usually out by 10:30 now.
So sometimes I put a headphone in and watch something on the phone. I'm usually out in 10 minutes. It's like not even worth it. But I realized where I'm going, I don't really have cell reception, so I just downloaded the whole first season of X-Men 97.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
Solid.
I'm just
Very
going to go back to
solid.
that. And
Wait, you haven't watched the first season yet?
no, I have, but I'm going to rewatch it before I watch the second season.
Oh, okay.
I'm one of those guys.
No. I'll just let you know. They do a hefty recap of season 1.
I'm still one of those guys.
I feel like it's like a 10-minute recap.
And then shout out to Ryan who texted in, our kids had an X-Men 97 tote bag of sorts, and the girlfriend was going to donate it because they didn't use it. I said, absolutely not. And now it's my bag. Good for you, Ryan.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good for you.
I had a buddy text me. He goes, I have 4 cats, not a liberal. Shout out.
Dude, 4 cats is a lot of
How
cats.
did you get the cats? Did the cats wander in your general direction, or did you actually search out and go get the cat?
They did not search out all of them. I'll say that. But
Some just kind of came to the party uninvited.
I will say, I've met them. Cool cats. They are the cool cat variety.
Okay. I got a good buddy of mine. He's got 2 Maine Coons. Oh. Max and Molly.
Yeah.
Max is dying.
Oh,
Max has kidney failure.
that's a bummer.
I know.
Maine Coons and Manxes, 2 cats I can get down with.
I'm telling you, dude, when my cat goes and my dog goes, we're getting 2 Maine Coons, Poncho and Lefty. Mm-hmm. It's going to be so great.
You ever seen a Maine Coon case? Like in person?
Yeah, they're giant.
Yeah, they're so cool.
I lived with one for a while. He was a big orange guy. What was his name?
Orange?
Yeah, big orange Maine Coon. Yeah, right? It
Weird.
was like Tabby Maine Coon.
Oh.
Cat was huge. What was that cat's name?
Orange cat behavior's fun.
Yeah,
You just got to have patience with them.
I've had orange cats throughout my whole life.
They're ornery.
Dang, I can't remember what that cat's name. My partner and I
have Zlatan. What do you mean?
my partner and I at the time split. We were living in St. John's, and I found I met these 2 girls who were nursing students at UP. They had a place in North Portland, and I moved in with them. And then one moved out, and a guy moved in, and he had an orange Maine Coon.
Weird.
Beautiful cat. I remember coming home, and he just sitting,
Chilling.
fat booty in the center of the kitchen floor.
20-pound cat.
Yeah, just living his best life. Fun cat. The San Francisco 49ers, as camp opens up, dude, this is the story that just never goes away, right? This never goes away.
Mordor?
49ers, this is CBS Sports. Ravaged by injuries early in training camp, NFC contender barely survives first week of practice. Well, to be fair, these are the injuries that they have. Mike Evans on a quad, Stribling on a hamstring, Pearsall on a knee, who's done for the year.
See ya.
Christian Kirk's
That
got a
guy
calf.
gets a break.
Yeah. Christian Kirk's got a calf, not that Charlie Kirk. Christian Kirk. Jordan James on a rib. Black with an abductor. Kamara with a knee. White with an adductor. Mustafa with a hamstring. Lower with an ankle. Halton with a knee bruise. Farmer with a back. Oh, let's not mention you're still missing George Kittle with his Achilles.
Also, your head coach isn't even on the sidelines yet because he's sitting with John Lynch off to the side of the field with a broken hand, broken ribs, and broken nose because he got in a car accident.
I think
Where's Fred Warner at in his recovery?
he has been cleared. He is cleared to go in practice.
That's impressive.
I think Kyle Shanahan is also worried about the Anakin Skywalker scar through his eyeball.
The Pantemis.
The Pantemis that he's got going on. The boy who lived situation going on over there. I was thinking about this, Danny. We've talked about the Niners and their rash of injuries over the years, and you brought this up to me for the first time. Bro, I feel like this was like one of the first segments we ever did together on the show about risk tolerance.
Yes.
That you're willing to bring in guys that might break down easier because the upside is worth taking.
They have the
risk.
highest risk tolerance in the NFL.
And they might have gone too far. I'm going to take this a step further, and I don't believe in the substation.
It's fun.
It's fun.
I love tightening the tinfoil.
I wonder if it's as simple as their practice facility kind of stinks.
I mean, there's
is this a turf at MetLife sort of situation?
Could also be training.
Yeah.
You have to evaluate those things. There were a lot of people, a lot of Blazers fans blame the Blazers training staff over a 3 or 4 year period without realizing that the training staff had turned over every year.
Right.
And they're like, well, it's a training staff. And I'm like, you idiots. They've literally they changed the training staff over.
Mm-hmm.
It's bad luck.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And risk tolerance.
And risk tolerance. Yeah, I'm not sure how you figure this out or what you even do, going forward, because a lot of these guys are like Ricky Pearsall, Mike Evans, Christian Zirk, and DeJon Stribling. Like, that's your receiving core. And Debo, those are your weapons.
Your wide receiver got shot last year. Got shot.
Yes.
Your running back got shot a few years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah. And think about, that's the other thing, dude. This is a list without Christian McCaffrey, who lands on that list a lot. Without Brock Purdy, who lands on that list a lot. You're already here.
And Trent Williams is old as time.
Trent Williams is always on this list as well.
Dude, look at that receiving core. How many guys are over the age of 28 or 29?
All of them.
All of them except for Stribling.
Except for Stribling,
Well,
yeah.
yeah,
And he has the longest.
Well, Brandon Ayuk.
He's probably had the longest past 2 years because he's gone from college, draft, combine, draft to immediately training camp. The rookie season is very shortened.
Yeah, there's not a lot of recovery
There's a
time.
lot of carryover.
Yeah.
And I think this is tough too, because like eventually the shoe's going to drop, dude. If I'm a Niner fan, to all my Niner friends, I'm going to go hang out with a Niner friend for the next 5 days, and I'll have this conversation with him. If I'm a Niner fan, I'm worried. I'm concerned. Windows are small in this league, and some people don't even like calling them windows.
It's season by season.
It's season by season, but like, I don't know where I am on Brock Purdy. I don't know how much more Christian McCaffrey can play at this level. Again, it's not that I'm saying they're done. These are just the questions I have. And you're in the toughest division in the NFL.
McCaffrey still got it.
Oh, I know he does, and he's one of my favorite players in the NFL. There's no doubt about it. Ain't that right, father-in-law, right? Stanford.
There you
Woo!
go.
Sorry, I had to get that in.
There you go. Work it in.
But like, it's a big concern for me. I worry that Brock Purdy has peaked. I worry that Brock Purdy can't stay
Brother,
healthy.
We could do this for the 49ers basically since John Lynch got installed.
And is that the answer? Is the problem? Because I don't think it's Shanahan. I don't think Shanahan's the issue.
It was the same. It was the same under Harbaugh.
If you're a coordinator for Kyle Shanahan, you go get a job.
Yeah.
You might not last because you're taking a crappy job,
But I also think
you go get jobs.
I also think Shanahan's in lockstep with Lynch.
I know. I think this might be one of those situations where a lot of time the coach takes the heat before the GM does. In this situation, if I'm Niners organization, I might think to move on from Lynch before I move on from Kyle.
I wouldn't move off of
Either of them?
No, I think Lynch is probably the second or third best GM. Like,
But
it's Howie, Lynch, and Schneider. Like those are the three best
Look
GMs
at John
in football.
Lynch draft picks, though.
Yeah.
Well, that's
None
a
of them
fair
have hit.
point.
Yeah.
That's
So
a fair
you
point.
can give John Lynch all the credit for going out and getting the talent. When it comes to evaluating the draft talent in the upcoming class, he has missed every year.
But someone's going to have to answer for this stuff at some point. Someone's going to have to.
I don't think you do. Here's the analogy.
And I don't think it'll be Shanahan.
The analogy that I'll make is the Clippers and the Rockets in the NBA.
Okay.
I should say the
I see where you're
Clippers,
going.
Lawrence Frank, and Daryl Morey.
I see where you're going.
Did they have a chance?
Yes, very much.
Is that not what the whole goal of this is?
Yep, very much.
Across sports, to have a chance. There you go. I want the guy in charge who gives me a chance.
I know you do. And we've talked about that a lot when it comes to the Blazers and just the NBA as a whole. This is just such a strange, interesting one-off exception to the rule that continues to happen.
Okay, but with that risk tolerance, where did they get to?
They've been to 2 Super Bowls without a win.
Okay, where have they been?
They've been to 2 Super
Okay,
Bowls.
you got a chance.
But in San Francisco, it's not about going. It's about winning.
I don't care.
It's about winning.
Did I have a chance? If the Clippers or the Rockets don't miss 27 straight threes, they knock off the Warriors. The Rockets had a chance.
Yeah, I agree.
If you're giving
OKC was up 3-1, I know.
If you're giving me a chance, because that's what nobody in sports ever wants to do, and we've talked about this so many times, is admit that there's luck involved.
Right, but where I push back on that is that's more execution of players. This is availability of players.
But even then, there's luck. The NFL is the most luck-driven.
Sure.
If Bo Nix doesn't go down,
he's in the Super Bowl, without a doubt. I mean, I know there's always what ifs, but I firmly believe if Bo Nix is in that game,
but
Denver
you know what I mean?
goes.
Like if Bo Nix's ankle doesn't break right then,
and I might take Denver to go to the Super Bowl again this year.
Okay,
yeah.
But the luck.
Sure.
Is it risk tolerance, or did Bo Nix just have something stupid happen to him?
Something stupid happened to him.
You know, power stations go down.
I know, and you can't move the practice facility, but that was my initial thought too. Is this a turf monster kind of situation?
There's probably some element of something involved.
If I was ownership, I would rip that turf off and put new stuff in.
Go full Kyrie and
just go grass everywhere.
Burn some sage around it. Like, it's just, I am, look.
Etsy Witch, like the Mariners have? Is that what they have? Etsy Witch?
I'm never going to fault outcomes. That's not how my brain works.
Yeah.
I'm going to fault process.
And I'm just faulting in this situation. I'm just faulting the repetition of the same problem, and we're banging our heads against the wall. And now everyone around you's gotten better.
Sure.
Because when the Niners were going to 2 Super Bowls, the Rams and Seahawks weren't this Rams and Seahawks.
But that's my point.
Even when Rams and Seahawks were winning Super Bowls, they weren't these Rams and Seahawks. These Rams and Seahawks are better than the last time the Rams and Seahawks won a Super Bowl.
But what happened to them in the meantime?
Yeah.
Where have the 49ers been, with the exception of when was that 2 years ago?
Still there.
With the exception of 2 years ago when everyone got killed.
I mean, they beat the Eagles, and they went on a run last year.
My point is, like, I am not going to fault outcomes. I'm going to fault processes. I don't think the 49ers process is inherently flawed because look at their success over the last decade.
Fair point.
I am not going to fault the Buffalo Bills and Marv Levy and
Jim Kelly and Thurman Thomas and Bruce Smith.
They went to 4 of them things.
Don Beebe, Andre Rison.
I'm not going to fault the process.
Right.
I'm just not.
Right. I just think someone's going to have to answer for this at some point.
You can make the argument, sure. But again, if you're there it's the same reason why I didn't fault Harbaugh in Baltimore. Yeah, he won one, but guess what?
They're always there.
They were there year after. The Steelers, I'm not going to fault Tomlin because he's there over and over and over and over again.
Brought Kenny Pickett to a playoff.
You know what I mean? I'm just
That guy's starting as the backup for the Hall of Fame.
I've seen it.
Yeah. Like, I'm just not. If the process is good, but there's other things around it that you can't control for.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're not. You're putting a ceiling. No, I'm not. And again, I know that sports is an outcome-based entertainment business.
Sure.
But I want the people there that are consistently giving me a chance and not relying on luck. Because you can rely on luck, and guess what? 1 out of 100, you might get it. But the other guy that's doing it's getting you, 20 out of 100. Give me the 20 out of 100.
Yeah, you want to rely on luck, and Wemby hits his face on the ground, and you still got lost in 5 games.
So again, give me process over results because good process will get you good results more than good results with bad process will get it for you.
Let's stick in the NFC West. Let's head up north to the Seattle Seahawks. They're on Hard Knocks. We'll get to that next. That's Casey over there with sports.
Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, some NFL news for you as Stephon Diggs has signed a 1-year deal with the Washington Commanders. According to Adam Schefter, the deal is worth up to $12 million to become a key weapon for Jaden Daniels in Washington. Rookie quarterback Carson Beck was named the Arizona Cardinals starter for Thursday's Hall of Fame game against the Carolina Panthers. Cardinals are deciding to rest regular season starter Jacoby Brissett and backup Gardner Minshew as Carson Beck will face off against Panthers backup quarterback Kenny Pickett at 5 p.m. on Thursday. Some MLB news for you as the Pittsburgh Pirates have released designated hitter Marcell Ozuna. Ozuna signed a 1-year, $12 million deal before the season, but has not provided the offensive spark that the Pirates have desperately needed, hitting just .203 with 8 home runs and 29 RBIs in 70 games. Over to the WNBA as your Portland Fire are back in action tomorrow night, taking on their expansion rivals in the Toronto Tempo. Tip-off set for 7 p.m. as you can catch all of tomorrow's coverage over on 9:10 a.m. when pregame starts at 6:45. And finally, your Portland Timbers face off in their first match of Leagues Cup as they take on Club Puebla tomorrow at 7:30. Make sure to catch all of tomorrow's coverage right here on 105.1 FM and 1080 AM when pregame starts at 6:30. And for more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Lowercase from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The Fan is live on YouTube.
Closing arguments coming up next to send you on your way, and then I will disappear into the dark of night. That is shout out in rhododendron. It sounds like rhododendron right now might be as dark as the night sky.
Yeah, air quality right now is at 1,045.
And for
fires, Mountain Meadows was evacuated, and I believe everybody else basically southwest has been put on alert.
And for context, air quality in the greater Portland area right now is like 150.
It's sixth worst in the world among major cities.
Does that make rhododendron number one?
I would imagine it is. What's interesting is the government camp is down at 160. So it's
Shout out rhododendron. You're number one.
On the other side of the mountain, as it starts to turn around, the wind's blocking it out, but that also means the fire's starting to burn down towards rhododendron.
If you're in rhododendron right now, honk your horn.
And get the hell out of town.
Also, just to let people know you're on the road.
Yeah.
Headlights are a must, friends.
I remember driving in 2021 or 2020? I can't remember. When was the fires?
2020, COVID.
It was 2020, yeah.
I remember in Wilsonville, my car parked outside work where I was at, and I came out, and there was ash on the windshield, and I was just like, what is this?
So that was early September. Mm-hmm. My birthday is the 8th, so on my 18th birthday, did a little bit too much drinking that night, and then woke up the morning of the 10th, and
black
everything
sky,
was yellow.
Yeah,
and I thought I had passed on.
Yeah, I'm headed down to Moppin for my little vacay here. And
I would go around the mountain. I would not go anywhere near it.
Oh man, does that mean I have to stop in Hood River? Mm-hmm. Does that mean I have to go to Freem and have a beer? Mm. Oh man, I hate when they do this to me.
I'm going out to a campsite just south of Incestacada, and air quality there is not great.
Back it up.
What?
Back it up. Back it up. Back it up.
He's a hoe.
Did you just call it Incestacada?
What?
That's pretty good. Can't say I've heard that. Can't say I've heard that. Luke Anderson in the booth over there.
Yeah.
Is that a laugh or is that a boo? Incestacada? Luke gave me 2 thumbs up. He said, "Oh, that's not my official opinion." No.
If we can throw around the Lake Oswego nickname.
Yeah, definitely not touching that one. Not touching that one.
He's a biracial angel.
Look,
Yeah, you're allowed to. I'm not going to do that.
Plenty of towns around here have their names.
I got Kentucky.
Look, I've got a buddy of mine. I'll get mildly racial. His call sign was Charlie Murphy's nickname.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That was his nickname.
Yeah.
Okay, he's a 6'5" black man who's very dark skinned, and he was looking at moving out here to work in hospitals.
Okay.
And there's one around Estacada and was going to live there.
Okay.
And I jokingly told him, I go, "Hey man," like he told me how much they're, man. I'm like, "You would live like a king out there." He'd basically be like the board certified member of nursing for the hospital. And I go, "You would double the black population of the city." And I just was like, for giggles, I'm sitting there, on the phone with him, and I pull it up on the computer, the census for Estacada. Guess how many black people were on the census?
I don't want to guess.
Take a guess.
4.
I don't want to.
1. He would have literally doubled the black population of the city. 1.
If you're in Estacada right now, honk your horn.
To be fair, it's also the census.
I'm just saying.
I don't answer the door.
I just, again, hilariously, I was like, brother, you would be a unicorn. You would be a unicorn in that city.
I don't remember the last time I've been to Estacada.
I mean, don't be wrong. There's plenty of nice areas around there, but it's a fun name.
There's got to be like a great dive bar with juicy burgers in Estacada, right?
I bet you there is.
There's some great live music.
There's probably some country bars in there.
Ooh, I bet you there's some good like old man blues band cover bands at a bar on a Friday night. Some bluegrass maybe. Oh yeah. All right.
Bluegrass and Cousins.
Easy ride.
You were so close. You were so close.
Oh no! We suck again.
This texter saying that's the oldest, most worn out thing ever for real, like 40 years old. A, you must live in Estacada.
and B, if it's been that long and it's still talked about.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, and B, I didn't know that. I'd never heard that. I mean, maybe I have, and I just don't remember. But it made me giggle because I stopped you because I don't think I've heard that before.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I got Vantucky. Vantucky sucks.
No, that's good. I like Vantucky. That's a good one.
What's funny is like where I am from in Vancouver is the furthest from Tucky you can find. I'm from downtown Vancouver.
Yeah.
That's very white trash.
I had some friends when I was a kid who lived in Garden Grove and outside of Anaheim, and it was colloquially it was Garbage Grove.
Garbage Grove, yeah.
It was because it was all trailer parks.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And for those wondering, I grew up in one. I'm not hating on it. It's like, well,
Yeah,
I am hating on it, but it's like it's not great, guys. But that's where I came from.
I got friends from outside of Seattle that are from Linwood, Linhood.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we got it all.
No,
Everybody's got
everybody's got their names. Look, embrace it. Don't embrace it too much, especially your cousin.
A little bit of fun with audio and closing arguments to send you on your way. 105.1 The Fan, 1080 AM, The Fan Sports Network. All right, that's going to do it for us. Closing Arguments brought to you by Oregon Divorce Mediation Services, presented by our good friends over at Leskin Law. For more information, visit leskinlaw.com. Coming up on the program tomorrow, well, that's Danny's job now. I'll be out till next Friday. I'm a little excited to get out.
Enjoy.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. I'm going to do a little bit of rafting with some friends.
Yeah, we come back together for a week, and then I'm gone for a week.
Yeah, and I've got the random Friday show next week.
Just a drifting Friday.
It's just a drift. Well, I got to come back into town because I do want to catch one of the Timbers Leagues Cup games, and that's the Tijuana game. Tijuana is actually pretty good this year, so I'm excited to go see that game.
Good times with TJ
on Thursday. so I'll be back. I'll be back for that, and then I'm with you on Friday. I'm excited. I'm gonna do a little bit of rafting with some friends, and then me and the wife and the kids are gonna meet me down in Sun River with my in-laws for most of next week.
You know what we didn't get to today? I'm really glad we didn't.
I might get beers with Dirt on Sunday.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, because you guys be in the same area.
Yeah.
We didn't get to the preseason coaches poll, which means I get to use that tomorrow.
Oh, we didn't. I knew there was something I missed. You know what? Blame Wright Gasway. It's definitely Wright's fault.
Thanks, Wright.
Yep.
Thank you, Wright.
Oh, yeah. These guys are stoked about it.
I legitimately didn't bring it up because I was like, that's free.
I totally
Juice
forgot.
Me up for NFL tomorrow? Yes, please.
Totally forgot, too. I was going to unload everything today and just be like, good luck.
Yeah,
bye.
no, you monster.
Just jaw this thing, throw a grenade. And
Trust me,
run.
I had a couple things in my head I almost said, and I'm like, no, save that for Thursday.
Tell you what, I'll leave you these Hard Knocks quotes too. It's on the Daily Audio page.
Love that.
Do you guys watch Hard Knocks real quick? I'm just curious.
I dabble. I used to.
I wait till we're in season, then I go back and rewatch it.
I've never gotten into it. I don't know why. Maybe I'm not the NFL junkie like you guys are. I mean, I watch the games.
Sure.
But I don't really watch NFL Today or the NFL Network a whole lot.
I mean, Dirt leaves it on, and it's getting to be that time of year, so I'm tuning in a little bit more.
Better than the black screen that Sprague leaves me.
Yeah,
My
right.
favorite clips from Hard Knocks are the ones where the guys don't realize that they're on camera until they're on camera.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you have a mic on.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have been near you this entire time.
I always worry, though, that, like, I'm not getting the goods. That there's actually something real good that happened, and they're like, no, don't do that.
No, that's the whole thing is, like, you get, it's like the Giants one. You got the goods. All the bad decisions that they made. It was like, ew, that's not good. And that's why teams are hesitant to do it. It's because
Sure.
it is insightful.
And I really didn't like Buffalo's because Buffalo, for some reason, they spent a long time hyping up how KJ Hamler was going to make a resurgence to the league, did that and the other, went in a whole piece on him, and then he got cut right after the episode.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, well, there we go.
I do like the edge of roster guys because you get to see, like, what they go through. Like, they go home with their families. It sucks when they get cut. Sucks when they get, like, you feel it.
Yeah. You're not really making money, are you?
It's like,
you're not getting a paycheck, are you?
And then you see the guy gets invited back to the practice squad, which I think, what do they make, like $50,000 a week or something like that?
Something like that.
Again, I take it.
I'll just do 3 weeks of practice squad. That's good for me?
Yeah, I'm good. But, when you're counting on making league minimum and all of a sudden
Yeah,
it drops
that's a
to
big
that,
jump,
it's like,
yeah.
ooh.
On the text line, back to our conversations about Estacada, when we played Sherwood in basketball in high school, one time they played Sherwood in basketball in high school, this texter said, and the student section unfurled a banner saying, "Living in sin with your next of kin, Estacada rocks."
That's good. That's really good.
Living in sin with your next of kin, Estacada rocks.
I went to Beaverton there when we played.
I wish I could drive through Estacada on my way out.
We played Jesuit, and we had slurs, if you would say about Jesuit. But one of them they had was, God, I can't remember, but it ended with "You'll work for us soon."
Uh-oh.
And it was like,
Yeah, you can't get away with that stuff now.
Well, it wasn't that connotation. It was basically like, we're going to college and we're going to run businesses.
Oh, you can understand which route I went on.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
This is Jesuit Beaverton. This is a little bit different, but yeah. But yeah, I mean, I look, there's ones we can't say on air, like Oswego, Hillsboro.
Yes.
We all know what they are.
He's a biracial angel.
You all know what they are. But they have connotations for a reason.
The only thing we ever I don't think we got super racial in high school because I went to Hudson's Bay in downtown Vancouver. Fort Vancouver was definitely more ethnically diverse than we were.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we had a lot of Polynesians
Okay.
In my school, but not a lot of black, not a lot of Asian, a lot of white kids.
Well, I mean, we're in Washington and Oregon.
Yeah.
Like, there's just not a lot of...
The only people we ever really...
Casey... I had a high school of almost 4,000 people, and I think we had 7 black people.
Yeah.
I
didn't have many in my school.
We're the biggest school in the state when I was at Beaverton.
But we
not much there.
Oregon doesn't have the greatest history.
No,
Let's just
it's
say that
founded
way.
as a white haven.
When I was in school,
research, folks.
When I was in school, everybody just piled on Camas. Camas wasn't as nice as it is now. Camas didn't get nice till Brian Grant moved out there.
Oh.
And so Camas had the mill.
They looked around like, oh, we gotta spruce the place up.
Yeah, they would come play us in basketball, and we would just like TP the gym. You know, and make
To
and
improve
like,
it?
Yeah, that when they would like come on the court, everybody would like plug their nose and like go, yeah, because the
cow pastures.
the mill stinks.
Yeah.
Because the paper mill stinks.
The paper mill stink is wild.
Dude, I grew up with it because the crosswinds blowed into Vancouver, and that just made us hate everybody in Camas.
They had one in Newburgh for a long time. They're actually turning that whole area into a mall right now. Totally adjacent to this. They poured bark dust in our neighborhood yesterday. And I have driven through Corona, California, which is, when I was a kid, was a cow town. And I'm talking acres upon acres upon acres of cow crap. The bark dust that they poured in our neighborhood is the worst smelling thing I have ever come across that wasn't being manufactured at a wastewater management facility. I don't know. I swear to God, they took a bunch of crap and sprinkled bark dust on top of it. I have never come across bark dust that smells that bad. The combination of that smell and the smoke when we've been walking the dogs the last few days
makes you want to vomit.
Oh, dude, it is. I'm short of breath already because of like the smoke, and it's like, it's kind of, it's where is this bark dust coming from? It's like they're just like hooking a pipe up to a cow's butt and just parking it in there. It's
all wet.
It's heinous. If you work in like yard maintenance and all kinds of, somebody please text in and explain to me what the hell that is.
What is that?
It's like pure methane being piped into the bark dust. It's rancid stuff.
I'm gonna put 9 on the board behind me.
I think that's fair.
Okay, is that a fair move?
Let me hold on. Let me check. See my updates from Wright. I haven't texted him yet, so he doesn't have any. His last update's an hour ago, so I think we're safe. Let's go for it. 9 days.
9 days, Danny. You'll have to take this over.
I'm
gone.
I don't think we're gonna. I don't know if we're gonna make it through double digits. We'll see.
Well, we had that. We did it. We did that 10 toes down when you were out.
I know. I heard it.
Yeah.
It's one of the times I was listening.
You think tomorrow there'll be bad news? We won't get to 10? Dude, we're so close.
I know.
We're so close. Why don't everybody just shh?
That's the problem. They can't.
Everybody
tomorrow's the issue.
Turn your radios down real quiet.
They can't. They can't.
Just bring it down.
What's tomorrow's date?
Tomorrow's the 6th. Shh. It's like hide and seek as a kid. If I hide behind this tree and I can't see them, they can't see me.
It's like Shaq hiding behind a little tiny tree.
Shaq couldn't see them. They can't see him.
Nope, I'm good. It's like the guy behind the curtains. You can see the feet.
That's my holdout.
There you go. See, somebody said they grew up next to Trash Shugle.
Oh, savage. I don't know if I've heard of Trash Shugle.
Yeah. Although it's turning not into.
Oh, no. Everybody's going east.
It's like,
Everybody's going
hey,
east.
where's the land at?
What's hilarious is my wife and I left Camas and went to Salmon Creek. We're like the only people getting out of Camas.
Oh, yeah. Now all of a sudden the property values are going through the roof.
We did okay.
Oh, no. I don't.
Yeah. I'm happy in Salmon Creek.
No.
West Side for life, baby.
I'm just saying.
Closing arguments brought to you by Oregon Divorce Mediation Services, presented by our good friends at Leskin Law. For more information, visit leskinlaw.com. Oregon Divorce Mediation Services, the alternative to divorce court. You boys hold on to this ship, all right? You be great. I'll miss you, that's for sure. For Danny Marang, that's Casey Smith. I'm Patrick Harris. Go do something I would do.
Bye.